The River Dragons are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo Zip-In, Country Inn and Suites, Kinetic Credit Union, Heckler & Koch, Pepsi Cola, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And join the voice of the River Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Oh, how good it is to be home if you're the Columbus River Dragons, fresh off of a 5-game road swing that saw them take 9 points out of the possible 15 from Delaware and Port Huron. A familiar foe awaits them here at the Civic Center. It's the Carolina Thunderbirds, and it's the good old Southern rivalry for not one, not two, but 3 straight nights. Going to be a lot of fun to bring you all the action here live on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network. Happy to have you along. I'm Zach DeBozart. Mike V will be with us through the first period tonight, and he'll be up momentarily. We've got a lot to get to, recapping everything that happened on the road trip, who's hot, who's not. River Dragons lineup maintaining pretty much the same throughout the course of the last couple of weeks. That lets you know some solidarity, some concrete line pairings. Everyone's getting to know each other pretty well, and this team is starting to gel at a very good time. On the other hand of things, from Carolina, there's some new faces to tell you about, and we'll get to all of that and more during the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. But first, we have to go inside the lair, and today our guest is number 28, Dalton Anderson. Dalton Anderson on Inside the Lair on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've always wanted to get on the open road, but your skills on a bike might need a little work. Well, we've got your back. The Riding Academy has now launched at Fort Benning Harley-Davidson. It's your chance to learn to ride for only $199. Unleash your soul on the open road. To schedule your class or to get on a waiting list for priority scheduling for future classes, go to FortBenningHD.com. Learn to ride for less than $200. The Fort Benning Harley-Davidson Riding Academy. FortBenningHD.com.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit ourdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
Let's go! Hey! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Hey! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Hey! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair. Today our guest, number 28, Dalton Anderson. Ando, how are we doing today?
Living the dream. Feeling good.
It's been a pretty good time for you and the rest of the River Dragons. Maybe not the best of weekends, but we took a look at your past record. You got 7 points in your last 6 games. Last weekend, a couple of shorthanded goals. Becoming a shorthanded specialist. Half your tallies this year have been a man down. What's the secret to that?
Oh, just have to watch, and the bounces are coming. They just happen to be landing on my stick and squeaking through.
Is this a way you'd really describe your play style, that gritty, defensive, and you really make your hay on the penalty kill more so than other places?
Yeah, I'd say so. I strive for the defensive zone, and then when the opportunity comes, you pounce on it and get it done.
River Dragons are doing pretty well, coming off of a 9 points out of 15 road trip, but only 3 out of the last 9 in Port Huron. What was some of the messages the coaching staff was giving you guys, maybe on the ice during practice or warm-ups? So what happened at the end of last weekend?
Definitely execution. I feel like a little lazy in some areas, but definitely learned a lot and feeling better now.
Now we got the Carolina Thunderbirds rolling in here, and Carolina is a team we haven't seen in about a month or so, which is kind of wild when you think how many times we've seen Port Huron, and it seems like other opponents were back-to-back with them. So how much has cooled off in the Carolina-Columbus rivalry right now? Can't imagine too much, right?
Probably not too much. I'm sure it'll get renewed in first game, first period, but heard got some new players, new team, and we'll see how it goes.
We're speaking with Dalton Anderson on Inside the Lair. Inside the Lair, as always, is brought to you by the Dragon's Den Pro Shop and the Columbus Ice Rink. Open Wednesdays every single week for all your ice skating and hockey needs. Specifically about the Thunderbirds, last time we saw them, it was a home-and-home with Biloxi and here in Columbus, but I think a lot of people spin back to that 5 games in a row series that we played over the course of, 2.5 weeks, and, whether it was new teams and new guys, that really got you guys to going at each other. So with all that past history and past games against each other, how much game plan do you change up because they know you just like we know them?
I'd say we change up a little, but not too much. Don't stray away from the stuff that works and what we know, but definitely got a few tricks and see if it works. What's
an X factor for maybe the coaching staff has said, or maybe that you believe that, hey, if we do this right, we're probably going to come away on the right side of this game tonight?
Definitely defensive zone and executing the small passes and getting it out.
Before we let you go out there, Dalton, anybody you want to shout out back at home, or anybody you want to say hi to in the fan base?
Definitely say hi to my mom and dad back home, trying to get to a game one day, watching from home.
Appreciate it, Ando. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Dalton Anderson on Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, served with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #alone together. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Carolina Thunderbirds getting themselves ready for the first of a 3-game set over this weekend. I'm Zach DeBozart, joined alongside by Mike V. Mike, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has. How was your road trip? Nice, I hear.
Road trip was pretty good. Obviously 5 games, the first 2 in Delaware, 3 of them in Port Huron. Starting up with the Delaware weekend, I think a lot of people had an expectation that Columbus should go in there, handle them, take points. But I tell you what, Delaware Thunder, seeing them up close, they have players, they have a team. It's just taking them a little bit longer to figure it out. Obviously, they're pointing the standings. But Columbus took a hard-fought 6 points out of 6 from Delaware. And then, coming off of last weekend, only 3 points out of 9 from the Port Huron Prowlers. It wasn't indicative of what the score lines were, because every game was 3+ goals, 5-2, 7-3, and 6-3, I believe, with the score lines on it. But every game just felt like it was close. It always had that, intensity, 1-goal game back and forth. And, if anything, it gives River Dragons a little something to build off of. They're not riding Cloud 9 right now, coming in. And it's probably a good place to be, because against Carolina, it's going to be a fierce weekend.
Oh, that's no doubt. And this is a team that's always hungry for a win here in Columbus, and they haven't been as successful as they would like to be. it's interesting you talk about the Port Huron thing. We had saw them prior to you guys going on the road and doing, the kind of the good weekend that you had, the Biloxi start and then the 2 games back-to-back here. But, you go on to a road trip and you get out to the other team's home barn and attitudes change a little bit. People play a little larger and, at times that's just the way it is, and that's hockey, and you got to win on the road. Actually, you want to be in first place, you got to win a lot on the road.
One thing that's been very exciting since obviously we last talked, Mike, is the emergence of a couple of guys coming off of IR, Jake Huss and Robert Van Weinsberg. They featured in heavily throughout the 5-game road trip as well. River Dragons starting to get healthy, getting bodies off the IR. And obviously, it's a good decision or a good problem for head coach Jerome Bichard to have when you have more bodies than you're able to dress, because obviously then you can start resting and rotating guys. We saw that in the 3rd game in Port Huron, even though the River Dragons lost. Jagger Williamson was just out, just being rested. And you get the feeling as the 3-3s pile up late in the season, that's going to be very pivotal, keeping guys healthy down the stretch.
Injuries is just part of the game, and you never know when it's going to happen, and it usually happens not at the best time and not for the player that you want to get injured. So nobody wants any player to get injured, but I'm saying an injury to a very key player, and that's all part of hockey. And you know what? You as you say, you got some extra bodies. That gives the guy that has the little nick or the little bugging injury or whatever an opportunity to sit down a game, maybe 2. And rest that so it doesn't aggravate it and get worse.
The fact that the the Columbus River Dragons have a bye weekend coming up after the Carolina and Port Huron series coming up really allows you to get healthy as well, because 8 straight games at home. This is the number 1 of 8 over the next 4 weekends. Again, it goes Carolina, Port Huron, bye weekend, and then Delaware. So, not to say you're overlooking any of those opponents, but when you know the bye weeks on the schedule, that can really help you get that extra motivation. All right, you got to get to that point, and then there's times to rest, relax, recover. And I think that'll definitely help the River Dragons in some ways, because, at a certain point, it's always great to be home, but you don't want to get in a routine. You don't want to get, too much into that rut that you don't come out with intensity every night.
No, and, what the bye week also does, that weekend off, so to speak, it's a mental thing. Hockey's, a very physical game. But anybody will tell you, most of the mistakes are made when you get tired, and not necessarily from your physicalness. It's from the mental aspect of the game. You kind of drop your guard here or there or make some bad decisions. So a lot of times that bye weekend gives the guys a little bit of time to reboot, re-energize, and, just kind of step away from the game just a hair.
River Dragons really don't have any lineup news and notes to tell you about. We just await the lineup card from Jerome Bichard to figure out who our scratches will be tonight. I was counting up the jerseys in the locker room. Looked like there were 20 jerseys down there, so that tells you there's 20 bodies available, but only 18 roster spots. We'll have to see who might be rotated here tonight. For the Carolina Thunderbirds, they signed not 1, not 2, but 3 new bodies into the lineup ahead of this weekend. Tim Perks out of Oxford, Michigan, who previously played for the Danbury Hat-Tricks earlier this season. He is new into the Carolina lineup. Also getting his first game in 21-22 under his belt today should be Declan Conway, wearing the number 4 jersey. Conway, a native of Painesville, Ohio, and fans of the Old Menor Icebreakers team will remember he has quite the scoring touch adding into that Carolina lineup. And also, we're expecting him to back up tonight, but a chance we see him. Brandon Rossi, we'll likely see him at some point during the weekend from Manalapan, New Jersey. He was signed as well in advance of this game. Rossi had played 1 game with the Watertown Wolves prior to Carolina this season. Let's take a break. When we come back, we take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire. So light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Carolina Thunderbirds getting themselves ready. We're here on the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Time to take a look around the FPHL. Brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. Well, who, if anybody, can stop the Watertown Wolves right now? Wednesday night, they hosted the Danbury Hat-Tricks, skated to a 6-3 win, their 13th straight win, and they are high atop the FPHL standings right now, with Columbus sitting in second place trying to reel them in. Watertown and Danbury do go at it again tonight, this time at the Danbury Ice Arena, 7 o'clock puck drop there in Connecticut, so they should be underway. Let's see if we can't refresh and get an update on that. Delaware at Binghamton also drops puck at 7 o'clock, so once we get our feeds refreshed, we will let you know some scores from that, and then 7:30 puck drop here in Columbus as the River Dragons take on the Carolina Thunderbirds. That means the Port Huron Prowlers, they are off tonight. Danbury has the first 4 shots in the game. They're 6 minutes and 40 seconds into the first, but no score. Danbury and Watertown. Luke Cohen gets the start for the Wolves. Frankie McClendon in the pipes for the Hat-Tricks. Weirdly, when we refreshed, Delaware at Binghamton went from 7 o'clock to 7:03 puck drop, and it is 7:16 in the Eastern time zone, so that tells me something has perhaps delayed that game, or maybe somebody forgot to flick the on switch on the online game reporting. Not sure. Either way, we'll keep our eyes on that.
I'm going with B.
Yeah, and I would think B too. That's more often than not that. As we take a look, though, at the standings as they go right now, mentioned Watertown high atop, 64 points right now, 8.53 in the points percentage. Columbus is in second at 625. That's just about 220 percentage points, 22% more points Watertown has got this season than Columbus in the games they've played. Just an incredible lead they have built up. Danbury breathing down Columbus's neck at 568. Carolina just percentage points ahead of Binghamton for fourth. Carolina at 494, Binghamton at 487. So you have to imagine for the Thunderbirds, a goal for them this weekend is to just get themselves at 500 or above by the time they leave Columbus. Obviously, the River Dragons wanting something to say about that. Port Huron off tonight. They're in 6th at a 3.59, and Delaware 6 points on the year, still with them at a lowly 0.87.
Wow.
That is around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. Taking a look at the Southern Professional Hockey League and the Southern Hockey Scoreboard. 5 games, 10 of the 11 teams in action tonight. All starts up at 7:35. Fayetteville is at Knoxville. Then the rest of the games are contested in the Central Time Zone. Vermilion County is at Evansville. Roanoke is at Huntsville. Quad City is at Peoria. Macon is at Birmingham. And that leaves the Pensacola Ice Flyers as the 11th Nugget tonight. Pensacola, I believe they are playing tomorrow. Yes, they are. They are hosting the Macon Mayhem, so they won't be off for much longer than a day. Let's take another break. When we come back, starting lineups up for you next on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, we can tell you that we have the largest selection of Harleys in Georgia, but you should really see for yourself. Our showroom is packed with a sea of motorcycles, over 100 Harleys to choose from. We've got a Harley for all size people and all size budgets. Good credit or bad, it's no problem. Come see why Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is the fastest growing dealer in Georgia. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the Championship Series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season. Or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so stay a minimum of 6 feet away from others and stay home if you can. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, River Dragons and Thunderbirds getting themselves ready to go here on a Friday night. Happy to have you along on the River Dragons broadcast network that grew just a little bit over this past week. We're so excited to be bringing you Sunday's game on the TV 18 channel through Jordan Communications, covering the Auburn, Opelika, and West Point markets. So excited to have that game for you Sunday. Of course, our partners at CTV Beam in East Alabama and Phoenix City, WTVM. Their next game coming up will be next Saturday on the Bounce 9.2. And then, of course, our 4-station radio network across West Georgia and East Alabama. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Time to take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First, for the opposing Carolina Thunderbirds, road lineups and opponent lineups brought to you all season long on the River Dragons broadcast network by Victoryland Casino. Say hi to Will Benefield and all the guys just down the road, I-85 South towards Shorter, Alabama. Victoryland Casino. In net tonight, the Lockport, New York native, number 31, Chris Paulin. Paulin a 7-7-1 record, .890 save percentage, and a 3.52 goals against. The defense in front of him, couple of former River Dragons on the D pair, number 24, Yuri Peshtuka, and number 5, Cameron Dimmitt. Dimmitt traditionally listed as a forward, but I guess the D pairing's a little bit harder to come by for Garrett Rutledge right now. Dimmitt, who does have some experience playing back defensively, will be paired up with Peshtuka. The forward line will feature number 25, Dawson Baker, in the middle of Jacob Schnapp on the right, and one of the newcomers, Declan Conway, on the left. That's going to be a very interesting line to watch, Mike, as Declan Conway, a lot of fans would know of his time with the Menor Icebreakers. Very good scoring touch for them. Jacob Schnapp, of course, we've seen what that young man's done in this building. And then Dawson Baker, he's really found his scoring touch as of late. He had a handful of goals in the weekend against Delaware.
Interesting to see what lines, too, that Jerome Bouchard will match up against that line.
The Thunderbirds will scratch number 7, Zach Sargis, and number 8, Vinny DeAndrea tonight. For the Columbus River Dragons, their lineup brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson in Columbus. Go see Brett Posey and the guys, 3230 Williams Road, the Chattahoochee Valley's only authorized Harley-Davidson dealer. You'll be hearing more about them, of course, with their $50K giveaway here at the Civic Center coming up in March. Before we get to all that, though, starting in net tonight will be the Chicago native, Jared Rutledge. Rutledge, a 9-2-1 record, .894 save percentage, and a 3.3 goals against average. We've been running some numbers, Mike. Rutledge has won his last 7 starts, and the River Dragons have won the last 8 games he has appeared in.
That's it. You know, the old saying in hockey was, if you win, you're in. So, I mean, how do you go against that? Although you got to kind of rotate your goaltenders to give the other guys some work just in case something happens.
Well, I get the feeling when you looked at how last weekend went, Bailey McBurney got 2 of the 3 starts. Jared Rutledge, you maybe would guess get 2 of the 3, but of course you never know how the weekend goes. The defense in front of Rutledge, number 12, Jake Grade, and number 26, Adam Vanelli. And the forward unit, Jagger Williamson, in the middle of MJ Graham and Jay Krupp. That's your starting lineups. Let's take another break. When we come back, call of the Sun South John Deere first period will be moments away on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply, the Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
Are you ready for it?
I was a robber, first time that he saw me, stealing hearts and running off and never saying.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons being introduced out onto the ice. The Carolina Thunderbirds are already out opposite them. One more time, your starting lineups. Goaltending matchup brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Kinetic, save more with Kinetic. Jared Rutledge takes on Chris Paulin between the pipes. The starting five for the River Dragons in front of Rutledge. Vanelli and Grade on defense. Williamson, Krupp, and Graham at forwards. For defense in front of Chris Paulin, it's Pastuka and Dimmitt. And the forwards, Conway, Schnapp, and Baker. Couple of seconds left here. Mike, what do we got to get ourselves going here to start this first period strong?
Well, he's coming in. You got a home game after a nice long little trip there. You want to get the guys going, get the crowd into it, do a little banging. You know, you're very familiar with this team. I think you've played them, this is the upteenth millionth time. So, you just got, you're familiar with them. Go out there, do what you've been doing lately, and that's getting the job done.
All right, with that, let's take a break. When we come back, call of the Sun South John Deere first period is next. The Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show is over here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community. And you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 410611.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter, and of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team, so what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message, and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. For the first time in 3 weeks, it is hockey time on the Chattahoochee. River Dragons and Carolina Thunderbirds playing to a very good crowd that is still filing in here on a Friday night. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Our ceremonial puck drop happening down at ice level. Hey, PNB Broadcasting's Dave Arwood, and we think we see Brian Thomas down there, the voice you hear on all of our different liners. He's down there with the rest of the PNB Broadcasting crew. They're dropping the ceremonial first puck between Jake Krupp and John Butita tonight. Formalities and festivities are over. It's time to play some hockey. River Dragons go left to right across your radio dial in the Sun South John Deere first period, dressed in the home reds with a Sea Dragon logo on the chest, black helmets and shoulders with black numbers and white and teal trim. Jared Rutledge is in the crease to our left. Over to our right, it's Chris Paulin. The Thunderbirds in the road whites with the Script and State logo on the chest, black helmets, red numbers. They go right to left. Columbus has won the opening draw. Jagger Williamson has it back in his own end, and we are underway. Jake Krupp will dump this one in. Chris Paulin has it behind his own net, taking some back check abuse there from MJ Graham. It rims around the boards, far side. Graham and Krupp are involved in a board battle with Peshtuka. Graham comes out of it. His pass is weak into the top of the circles, taken away by Schnapp. He'll head men the rush, 3-on-2, coming back the other way, left circle, his shot, take a weird deflection, fell for Conway, and it went across the crease, centering feed from the Birds, and it was sent out wide. Conway and Krupp very familiar with one another, as they have some words for each other heading off to the bench. Carolina with the puck behind their own net.
Well, a little start there with a nice little opportunity for Carolina. Just nice defensive play by Columbus to clear the zone.
John Butita, nice loose puck deke around one, right into the teeth of the Columbus defense. Back to the top, left point, Talipov. He takes a check, gets it over to Tommy Cardinal on the right circle. Back to the left point. Talipov has that go off his stick. Petre Antonio with the easy chip off the glass and down ice. Carolina at their own blue line. Play a little catch with the D. Cardinal gets it over to Clouston, who takes a hit from Bersani. Ian White now has it at the Columbus blue. This one backhand flipped into the zone by Austin Doe. It's on net, and Chris Paulin will cover that one up and take the whistle. 18:44 left to go here in the first. No score, Dragons and Birds. We were talking off air a little bit with Josh Petrantonio in advance of the game, talking with him about the transactions. He saw Declan Conway was signed in Carolina, and he goes, oh, that'll be good. Krupp will be good for at least 4 minutes tonight. And we already saw those two going at it during the first shift. Anderson, his face-off is won. Van Weinsberg's shot was blocked by Talipov, who's without his stick. Nolan a drive from the left point, and that one wide of the blocker hand. Tied up along the near half wall. Down the ice it goes. Dalton Anderson covering in defense will give it back in his own end. Off the wall. That split a couple of River Dragons. Butita has the puck in on sides to the left point. Butita checked there by Grant Mentis. Anderson tries to rim it around him softly on the corner. Left point held in by Talipov. His shot, and that one blockered away by Rutledge, having to see it through traffic. This one held in at the left point again by Talipov, but it's a hand pass as he gloved it and Butita touched it along the wall. Be a neutral zone draw coming up here. 18:09 to go in the first. Thunderbirds with the first shot of the game on the Heckler & Koch shot counter.
You know, it's one of those things that you try to get the flow going, but right now, both teams kind of battling back and forth.
Williamson wins this draw away from Peavy, and we're back underway. Vanelli with some speed, left wing, bunched up along that left side of the line. It's 3-on-3 as he dumps it in. Cody Oakes from behind the net hits Williamson with his outlet. Behind the net it will go, and Peavy will take it over here for Carolina. Up ahead, here's Perks trying to move it over, puts it onto the tape of Peavy. He's got it on the backhand, left circle, brings it back to the forehand, and a good blocker save fought off there by Rutledge. Graham down into the corner for Frazier. He takes a little bit of abuse. Perks will cut him off at the pass. Now Vanelli will shoulder check Perks into the boards. Perks then trips up Williamson. He's down on a knee, but is able to backhand and get it to Krupp. Krupp off the boards. Geometry was just off ahead of MJ Graham, and Carolina takes over at their own line. Holt gets this one ahead. Peavy to the left wing side to Martin, coming in off the bench, firing a shot. Schnapp, and a shoulder save, shrugged off there by Rutledge. MJ Graham takes us into the neutral zone. Back check from Schnapp. He's rubbing shoulders with him. Those two go at it as Graham dumps it into the zone. Peshtuka helps it along the wall. Falls right there for Bersani. Bersani lost it. Graham found it. Left point, though. He's spinning back, looking to go for a change. Bersani still with it between his feet. Now plays it down deeper. Peshtuka rims it around, and Cameron Dimmitt will have it here for Carolina. Dimmitt takes a check at the end of that. Down ice it goes. Ozelinch racing after it. Won't have the legs for icing as he touches it bottom of the circle. 16:50 left to go here in period one.
A little bit of contact in there into the Carolina zone and a little more right there.
Petrantonio trying to get around Dimmitt with a chip move. Puck held up behind both of them, and Dimmitt lost his edge on top of it. Now Schnapp will chip it behind Ozelinch and get it out. Ozelinch checked him down, and that'll finish up Schnapp's shift. Petrantonio with it in front of the penalty boxes, heading the wrong way, so he'll play it up to Austin Doe, who goes cross ice. And left wing side, this one will be dumped in by Ozelinch, who heads off for a change himself. No score here, Columbus and Carolina on a Friday night, first of 3 between these two southern rivals. Should be a lot of fun. All games here at the Civic Center this weekend. Dimmitt and Peshtuka play a little catch, circle to circle in their own end. Dimmitt will now flip this one into the Columbus zone. Butita gets in front of Nolan, has it first right wing corner, has to dodge the referee, and Van Weinsberg puts a good check onto him. Forward right circle to Talipov, couldn't settle it, to the middle, a deflection, and Butita sent that one well wide.
Holt had a tryout right in front.
Columbus tried to play in that one to the middle. At the red line, it's intercepted as no one was on the right wing. Talipov had it. Look out here, though. Held in by Anderson. Anderson's driving along the goal line. His pass to the middle. Oh, it was loose in the slot. Great sliding play by Talipov, but better sauce by Anderson. Put that in a dangerous area. No one could tap it home for Columbus.
Got a stick man out there. No, he picked it up now.
Talipov with it, just able to get it out past Anderson, who was looking to apply pressure. Gives it back to Nolan, and now here's Frazier at his own blue line near side. Nolan a pass to the left wing. Jagger Williamson's in over the line. Williamson left circle. Graham running a little bit of a pick play behind the net. It goes a deflection in front of Van Weinsberg. Couldn't get the handle on it, and gloved away by Paulin. Williamson's shot took a heck of a bounce off the backboards behind Paulin, and Van Weinsberg, he did the double touch. He hit it, but he didn't hit it hard enough, and his stick actually kept it out, sitting on that near side post. 15:07 to go in the first, and we're still scoreless.
You know, I've seen some very incredible bounces in this building over this year, and that one right there, none weirder than that one. What a chance for Columbus, just couldn't put it by him.
PV wins the defensive zone draw away from Williamson. Around the boards it goes, and Daniel Martin will have it. He chips it out to center. Grade plays it back into the Carolina end. Columbus touches up on sides, gets out. Grade has to wait. A pass over to Krupp as MJ touches up, and Paulin lets it go behind the net. Under 15 to play here in the first. Still looking for our first goal between the River Dragons and the Thunderbirds. Williamson, right wing circle with it. He's bodied off the puck, and Daniel Martin will take it away. Gets it over to Tim Perks. 2-on-2 as they hit the line. Perks drops it back for the trailer. It's Oakes. He looks, fires, and scores.
That's a great wrist shot. Low to the ice, and it beat him on the far side.
Cody Oakes finds a hole through Jared Rutledge. Rutledge's body language suggests maybe he didn't see that one.
Yeah, might have been a screen.
1-0. Thunderbirds have the lead. 14:33 left to go here in the first.
That's just a tough shot for a goaltender to stop that low wrister and had a lot of steam on it. And like you say, possibly might have been just or screened. But nonetheless, it's a 1-0 on the T-Birds' third shot on goal.
Tim Perks very quickly will pick up his first point as a Carolina Thunderbird. He had 3 goals and 2 assists coming into tonight's game, all picked up with the Danbury hat-tricks. Give you the full scoring summary here in just a moment. Meanwhile, we're back underway with Columbus winning the center ice drop. Doe tries to go through the legs of Peshtuka. That gets knocked away into the neutral zone. Ian White flips this one blue line to blue line, and Austin Doe will play it in for Petrantonio. Bottom of the right wing circle. Behind the net, couldn't wrap it around. Left circle, a chance for Ozelinch. Whiffed on it there as it popped up on edge. Ozelinch is tied up with Schnapp down towards the goal line. Schnapp will outrace him for the puck behind the net. Sends it ahead in the neutral zone. One touch by Baker is knocked away by Columbus.
Ooh.
And then Dimmitt, look out, turned over by Bersani. Bersani had a breakaway, but Dawson Baker, very good on the back check to come back and prevent a breakaway there.
Sure did.
Tied up in the far corner. A couple of Thunderbirds on one Dragon, and Carolina will emerge with that puck. Left wing side, it's Tim Perks. It is Declan Conway. Conway will shoot it into the zone, and he'll head off for a change. Frazier from behind his own net. 13:40 to go in the first. 1-0 Thunderbirds lead.
Well, you're down 1-0, but you have to score a goal to win a game anyways.
Frazier will eventually skate this one from out behind to Levi Armstrong. Tried to play that one through the legs. Van Weinsberg has to give it back to defense. Going to go all the way back to Rutledge. As that one, if it wasn't played with the pace it had, Butita might have had a breakaway attempt there. Frazier trying to face a 2-man wall of Ford and Butita on the forecheck. Tough for the River Dragons to move the puck right now. Van Weinsberg lays it back, side of the net. Rutledge will give it up here to Nolan.
One thing you got to be careful on those cross ice passes in your own zone with nobody back.
Nolan trying to go through the middle. Now it's diverted to the right wing side. He'll gain the red and dump it in. Paulin wanted to slow it up behind the net, and now Paulin from behind his own net hit the cage, somehow stayed on its moorings, but Carolina has possession of the puck and we play on. Frejot knocks it away from the red line. Coming in on sides with it was Van Weinsberg, but he couldn't settle a bouncing puck. Klauston will play it to an open left wing for Butita. Cardinal trying to drive the net. Butita feeds him to it, and Armstrong, great stick lift there to prevent Cardinal from getting the shot away. 12.5 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Carolina leads. Been pretty end-to-end so far in this period. Armstrong near side at the red, dumps this in, rims around, hits the side of the net, pinballs around, Vanelli trying to get to it, and Oakes, the goal scorer, just gets to it first for Carolina. Martin from behind the net came out in front with it, a little dangerously at first, now tries a stretch pass. On sides with this is Perks, and he wins the race to negate icing. Perks will rim this one around. It's chipped there by Vanelli, and Grant Mentis goes on a race, but Oakes gets there first. Oakes up the wall. MJ Graham had that one go through his stick. Martin couldn't play that one right for Tim Perks. Back at the red line, goes back to Holt at his own blue. Holt and Oakes play a little catch, but Grant Mentis is tied up with Oakes, trying to force the puck off of him. He'll eventually dump it down, and Edgars Ozelinch has this far side circle. 11:43 now to go here in the first. Grant Mentis will tip this one in to prevent icing from the right side of red. MJ Graham gets to it first behind the net. Cameron Dimmitt, though, heck of a pickpocket. Now he's back on his way for Carolina. 3-on-3 as he hits the line, left wing side, but it's offsides, as it looks like Perks came in a little bit too aggressively.
Yeah, one little shift at the blue line ended up causing that miscue for the offside.
11.5 to go in the first. Media timeout. Back in 30 seconds on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
How do more people turn to SunSouth for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a SunSouth customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of SunSouth, I think of partners.
Right now at SunSouth, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
11.5 left to go here in the SunSouth John Deere first period. 1-0 Carolina with the early lead over Columbus. That goal coming at the 5:27 mark of the first. Cody Oakes with an assist from Tim Perks and Daniel Martin. Cody Oakes, the Denver, Colorado native, has his fourth on the year to open tonight's scoring. River Dragons win a neutral zone draw, going left to right across your radio dials here in the first. And Petrantonio will dump it in from the red line. Bersani at the half wall, dodges a check, has the puck on his tape, cycles it to Doe. He tried to glove it out of the air. He missed. Peshtuka trying to take it out. He eventually will find a gap in the Columbus forecheck, and Ozelinch will have it at his own blue line. Schnapp finds a loose puck. He'll play it back to Ozelinch off the wall. It'll dribble all the way down to the Carolina line, and Dimmitt and Peshtuka, they play a little 1-2. Off the wall, Peshtuka was off with his math, and now Petrantonio getting around Dimmitt. Right circle, fires. Great glove save made there by Paul, and Petrantonio didn't have much to shoot at. Paulin knew it and put his glove in the right place. 10:49 to go in the first.
And the other thing, no rebound either. He was able to get that and smother it, so you get a face-off instead of another try. That's the line right there. You're looking for a little bit of scoring chances, and that's really the first one that they've had that you can give it the A scoring chance.
Ford will win this draw for Carolina. And behind the net it goes. Look out. Paulin had to grab that one side of the net. Another weird bounce off the kick plate and backboards there in the Carolina zone to our right. And Paulin, I mean, he got a little acrobatic there coming back for that one.
But he had to. He had a player right there ready to jump on it. It was either him or Columbus, and he decided it'll be me.
10:41 now to go here in the first. Face off to the right of Paulin. Anderson wins it, but wing support takes it away as Vaughn Klauston lifts the stick and sends it the length of the ice. It's on net for Rutledge, and Frejot will play it before it gets to the netminder anyways. Nolan from behind his own cage looking to set up a rush here. Under 10.5 to go in the first. Nolan over to the right wing side for Grant Mentis. Talipov stands him up at the red line. Grant Mentis filters it through him. Vaughn Klauston takes a little bit of a tumble there in the corner boards, reverses it back around, and Butita's got it all alone. Butita sends it ahead. Here's Ford, 2-on-2. Now 2-on-1 as he hustles. Ford, left circle, gets it across. They score. Ford, what speed, gets around a man, creates the 2-on-1, and Tommy Cardinal an easy tap-in on the centering feed across. 10:03 to go in the first. Carolina has jumped out to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's a 2-on-1, and like you said, great speed made that happen. It was pretty much I could have scored that one from here, but a perfect opportunity, a perfect pass And he buries it, and Rutledge had no chance whatsoever.
The Quebec City native Tommy Cardinal picks up his 6th goal on the year, 9:57 mark on the Sun South John Deere first period. And it is 2-0 Thunderbirds here midway through the first. Peavy for Oaks. Armstrong racing after him. He'll check him into the corner boards. MJ Graham trying to tie up with Peavy. Up the wall it goes. Williamson plays it down into the corner again for MJ. Graham getting around Holt, using Armstrong as a bit of a screen. Left wing corner, tries to chip around a man. That's Peavy, who holds in along the wall and sends it up ice. With some speed ahead, here's Tucker. Jackson Tucker trying to bob and weave through the defense. Martin a shot in the left circle, and that one well wide of the glove hand. Just held in, right point by Dimmitt, but he's immediately checked. This could start a rush the other way. River Dragons are about to change on this, though, so MJ Graham will just work it into the corner and wait for reinforcements. Eventually taken off of him. Holt has it here in the corner. He's checked by Bersani. Those two cancel out. Peavy finds the scraps. Doe intercepts. D to D pass. Here's Ian White. Played it to the middle. Doe couldn't get a stick on it. Petrantonio up the wall. Left point to Ozelinch. Falling away. His shot is gloved by Paulin. And we get another media timeout. 9:03 to go in the first. Thunderbirds have doubled their lead. They're up 2-0 here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons trailing 2-0 to the Carolina Thunderbirds. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Coming out of the media timeout. You have to imagine Jerome Bichard not too happy with what he's been seeing so far, Mike.
No, and I think, you can't let this one get out of hand early. It's 2-0. I mean, you really got to tighten up and get some more pressure on Paulin.
Face-off coming to the right of Paulin. It'll be Bersani taking it against Baker. Bersani wins it clean, top of the circles, D-trade places. Ian White with it now at the right point. White looks, fires. That's a heck of a block right there by Schnapp. Stayed with them the whole way, sort of awkward skating the way his edges were, but stayed with them, kicked out the leg like he was playing goalie, and Pad saved it up into the netting and out of play.
You're going to draw in a chance now to redo things on the opposite side.
Face-off now to the left of Paulin. Bersani wins that one clean, too. Ozelinch, right point, deflected to the middle, and Petrantonio's stick was tied up by Dimmitt. Into the corner it goes. Baker gets in front of Bersani on the cycle. This one will rim around to the near side boards. Ozelinch, he gets checked there by Declan Conway. Peshduka in the near side corner, trying to send this one up and out. Schnapp is tied up with White, collides off of their sticks.
It's
going
going
to
out.
go out of play, and it will come out of the zone. 8:37 to go here in the first. Thunderbirds 2 goals on 4 shots. River Dragons have 3 on Chris Paulin, and nothing to show for it.
Well, one of the things that you try to do is you try to get yourself back into the game by usually banging a little into the opponent's zone. And right now I think Columbus was doing that on that last shift.
Baker will win that one. Carolina tries to move this one up ice. Schnapp from the right wing dumps it into the opposite corner in the Columbus end. Frazier takes a check, sends it out. Dimmitt knocked it away. Now he and Grant Mentis collide. That'll find an open puck there for Anderson. He couldn't come any farther into the zone. There's a win off of his stick, and Peshduka will have it here for Carolina. Now here's Declan Conway back for Peshduka in front of his own bench. Over for Dimmitt. Tries to get around one. Grant Mentis nearly had his stick in the right place. He could have gone on a break the other way. Dimmitt dumps and changes with just over 8 minutes to play here in the first. Grant Mentis had that one hit his feet. Buchita holds it into the left point. Schnapp, circle to circle across. Pass goes through Ford, but he has to take it off the wall. Ford, right point, now moving to the high slot. Ford with it on the backhand. Turns, fires, pad save, chest save made by Rutledge. And that rebound popped out into the slot, and it'll be cleared away by the Columbus defense. Not enough for icing as Vaughn Clouston has it in his own end.
Well, that's a nice stop there by Rutledge, but the rebound was a problem, but the River Dragons covered it.
Intercepted by Krupp in the neutral zone. Graham uses the boards to get around one. Graham looking for a pass across, and Clouston had knocked that away. Great sliding play, making himself look big to break up the centering feed. Krupp with it at the half wall, into the corner. Here's Ford. Ford plays it all the way up into the neutral zone. Left wing side, Buchita's got it. 2-on-2 with Cardinal, and he is off sides. as Butita grabs that one in over the line with Cardinal about 5 feet in. 7:14 to go in the first. Scoring summary for those of you playing along with us at home. 9:57 mark of the first. Tommy Cardinal, the Quebec native, his 6th of the year. Assists to Gus Ford, who is now 19 assists on the year, one away from 20. John Butita also picked up a helper. He's now at the 40-point plateau for the Thunderbirds. Newly named captain of Carolina as well, John Butita. Joe Cangelosi having to take a leave from the team that, from what I understand, a little bit longer than what they had expected, so opted to name a new captain for Carolina. Gray, he fires a pad pass on the far circle. Graham couldn't get to it. It's dumped down by Cardinal. Down the ice it will go, and it'll be picked up by Vanelli in front of his netminder, and he'll take it behind his own net. 6:45 left to go here in period one. Thunderbirds lead it 2-0 here at the Columbus Civic Center. Vanelli trying to go off the wall with it. That one hit a weird part of the kick plate and just stuck to the wall, it seemed like, for a time. Goes out into the neutral zone, and Columbus will regroup. White for Bersani, right wing. Tries to drive to the middle to Krupp, who got a touch on it, and Paulin closes up the 5-hole with the pads and will jump on the rebound, and we'll get a whistle. Offensive zone draw coming up for the Dragons. 6:26 to go here in period one.
Nice try there. Nice try. Just keep it going. Get those shots to start adding up on Paulin. Get some opportunities. Maybe a loose rebound here or there. Get your stick on it, bury it, and cut this in half.
Doesn't feel like Columbus is necessarily panicking, but it also doesn't feel like they are wavering from the game plan.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any change in the energy or the difference in the ice. They're still just going at it, same as they were. Carolina right now just making the most of their breaks. Perks dropped it back for nobody but a couple of red jerseys. Now Ian White will find a loose puck. Settles the bouncer, and left wing side, Austin Doe comes in over the line. Doe left circle, gets around a man, drives towards the net. Paulin put the stick out to prevent Doe from cutting across the crease. Here's Daniel Martin. He tries to take on the Columbus defense by himself, slows it up at the red line, passes ahead to Perks. Perks will fire, wide of the glove hand. Rebound popped out loose. Right circle, it's still there. Martin drops it back, held in by Dimmitt. Center point, a shot block, left circle. Peavy will have it here. Peavy up the wall. Martin lets it go through him. Talipov a drive, and a stick save made by Rutledge at the side of the net. This one held in by the high glass. Ozelinch plays it down. And in front of the Carolina bench, Dimmitt will have it here. 5:35 left to go here in the first. Carolina still with a 2-0 lead. Martin goes across.
Nice
Armstrong,
play.
great pick out of the air as he knocks that one down in the slot, takes it himself, having to deal with the back check of Tim Perks. Columbus is trying to change behind this as Armstrong is dumped out of the play, but the River Dragons have new bodies out there. Nolan and Frazier play a little catch in their own end. Here's Grant Mentis. Now a pass across. Nolan will one-touch it, and here's Armstrong again. Left circle. Waits. Looks for a passing lane. Backhand across. Grant Mentis finds it. He sends it to the middle. Too many bodies in front. Anderson tried a centering feed. That one also blocked. Anderson left circle to Grant Mentis. Along the wall. Pass to the middle. Armstrong kicked it to his stick. Oh, he rings it off the bottom of the post. The light went off, but the puck was not in. And now we're going to get a whole heck of a brouhaha here.
Oh, yeah.
As looks like Schnapp tackled Grant Mentis out of that pile. And it will remain 2-0 despite the goal judge turning the light on. We could see pretty clear as day from here that puck had not gone in. We'll get immediate timeout. Everyone will sort themselves out, cool off, and we'll see if any penalties come out of this. 30 seconds and we're back here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to SunSouth for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a SunSouth customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of SunSouth, I think of partners.
Right now at SunSouth, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. SunSouth, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
River Dragons still trail the Thunderbirds here 2-0, but oh so close to clawing one back. Levi Armstrong in the slot. Heck of a reach to somehow control that puck and then just put it off the base of the post near side, Mike.
Yeah, the light. I mean, the goal judge put the light on, but we could clearly see that it was off the pipe and it stayed out. And then after the ensuing action, no penalties, although could have been called.
Face-off coming to the right of Paulin. We will still skate 5-on-5, and well, we are still looking for our first penalty on the day, which maybe is a little surprising when you're talking about a Carolina-Columbus game. It's education night here in the building, brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Cardinal moves it in left wing side, rimmed around the boards, brought up to the left point. Cody Oakes, who's got one of the 2 goals for Carolina, puts that one down behind the net again. Cardinal with it, right wing corner, up the wall, right point, holds a shot, glove save made Rutledge, rebound spills out in front of him, and the Columbus defense is able to clear it. Carolina trying to change a couple defensive bodies behind this. Holt's shot, right point, is blocked away, and on the near side wall, Grant Mentis finds it here. From the red line, he'll chip it in, and he'll get a line change. 4:13 to go here in period 1. From behind the net, Dimmitt with it here. Van Weinsberg handing him off to the near side, forcing a far side handoff to Peavy. Long stretch pass. Martin got the touch. Gray knocked it down at his own blue line, and Graham gives it right back to Gray. Here comes Columbus with Vanelli skating it ahead. 4-on-4 as he hits the line. Left wing gets around Dimmitt. Vanelli a backhand.
Yeah.
And a great save made there by Paulin. Great lift on that backhand. He was looking for that short side top corner.
Yeah, he almost got it too.
Jay Krupp will take it behind the net with some speed and emerge in the far side circle. Krupp, left wing side, gets around Perks, trying to drive towards the net. Puts the puck up in the air, knocked out of the air by Peavy. Into the corner goes Van Weinsberg with it now. Van Weinsberg thought about the wrap, takes it to the near side, a pass to the slot, threads its way through everybody, and Vanelli holds in center point. Off the wall far side, and Peshtuka strongly plays that one out to center. 3:18 to go here in period 1. Thunderbirds still lead it 2-0. Vanelli, nice chip, gets around Perks. With it right wing circle, down into the corner, knocked away and cleared by Daniel Martin. Down the ice goes, and this is icing against Carolina with 3:07 remaining in the opening frame. 2-0 Carolina on the goals from Oakes and Cardinal here at the Civic Center.
I wonder what the ice situation is down there. Puck seems to be taking some weird bounces. And
it's definitely bouncy, but I will tell you this, it's probably a little faster than we have seen before, because with obviously a couple of Columbus Rapids games in and not as many ice times here, chance for them to maintenance the ice, and it was a lot thicker in 2021 at the end of the time than maybe it could have been, what we were told. White shot from the right point is saved by Paulin, and Bersani took a little hit at the end of that. I think if anything, he might have been trying to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And might have twisted something a little awkwardly, but he's all right and ready to take this next draw. What I've been told, the ice a little bit, thinner than it was because it was very thick at the start of the year. That's why we saw a lot of slow play. So if anything, ice has maybe gotten a little better, allowed more faster hockey games, but you're right, still could be a little soft and a little bouncy.
Speaking of that, I think we got a nice problem in the corner.
Yeah,
or in the half wall.
Yeah, we'll see. Right in front of the King Claw banner, far side from us. Linesman is looking over it and wonder if maybe there was a gash or something in it near where the kick plate meets the ice.
Yeah. That's talking about the ice and the shape it's in. With the weather the way it was today, you could have just left the doors open and it would have been fine to freeze. It has been a cold day here in the South. And we were so fortunate over the holiday weekends that our weather was 70, and then you go into this and you know that you're feeling it, but it does feel like hockey more so than 70 degrees in December.
Well, some places winter starts in October, other places winter starts in January, and the South is definitely more akin to January. Both teams have headed to their benches while we wait this ice issue to be fixed. Looks like they've called for some assistance over by the ice crew tunnel.
This is going to take a little while.
Yeah, it looks like they're preparing some tools. And
got the mop bucket out.
Yeah, we're going to have to get something sorted out here. The mop bucket's out, but there's a shovel in there. And,
Well,
not going to old-fashioned Zamboni, get this all sorted out. Let's see.
I'll tell you, I've seen a couple of times here in this. We've had ice problems throughout the years. Not a ton of them, but I mean some memorable ones. Where there was one that was in front of the goal crease that got shaved down to the cement in a playoff in a game that had playoff ramifications for Columbus, and a lot of fans will remember that against Mississippi back in, I'm going to think it was 2004.
So they brought out a fire extinguisher and a mop bucket full of snow. And actually we can see, there is a shard of the ice that was picked up by the referee right along the kick plate. So might have cracked just a little bit there, and they'll fill that in and get that handled very quickly as the dance cam's going on here on the Jumbotron. Fans getting down, some of them more down than others, which is drawing some reactions from the crowd. I'm Zach DeBozart, he's Mike V, and a slight ice delay here with 3:04 left in the Sun South John Deere first period. Thunderbirds have a 2-0 lead. Goals from Cody Oakes and Tommy Cardinal. Oakes' goal at the 5:27 mark, assisted by Tim Perks and Daniel Martin. Tim Perks, his first assist as a Thunderbird this year, 6th point on the year after he previously served some time with the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Then 9:57 mark, a 2-on-1 developed thanks to the speed of Gus Ford. Tillsonburg, Ontario native sent it across, and Tommy Cardinal tapped it home. The Quebec native has his 6th on the season. And again, the assist going to Ford and to the captain, John Butita. Butita, or Boots as they call him in Carolina, is now at the 40-point mark for the Thunderbirds. River Dragons are out shooting Carolina right now by a tally of 7-5. Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, why own a copy when you can own the real thing? Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
Right on the scene.
And we're back here at the Columbus Civic Center, and we are still going through a bit of an ice delay.
That's in a rotten position there, because that's right up against right against the boards. And the thing you have to be mindful of is that a skater coming by there and you catch that rut and you're right against the wall with a body on you. And, you can get some bad injuries that way.
Yeah, the edges of an ice rink are always some of the toughest to maintain if you're an ice crew, because you never want to make it so there's a rut in there and a skater can get his skate stuck and he loses momentum and trips and falls. But then you're also not looking to make it like a ramp, because it'll just play weird and just go up the walls. So
it looks a little bumpy there at the edge, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've gotten it sorted out. A couple of guys are skating around it, surveying so far. I do believe our camera might have caught first guy on the scene was Ian White, who, of course, you might know a thing or two about ice, some of the rinks he skated in. And, yes, that is some beach blonde hair that he's got. We learned of that today. We didn't get a chance to talk to Whitey about what was going on there, but new hair color for Ian White. And just do a little skate across on stream so everyone can see it.
Change it up in 2022.
Face-off coming to the left of Paulin. Bersani wins this draw clean. Here is White, right circle, fires, glove save. The rebound was spilled out, but the referee lost sight of it, and everyone will stop. And they're about midway through a goal line scrum, and everyone heard the whistle. Little surprise the whistle went, perhaps, for those down on the ice. We'll get another draw coming up to Paulin's left with 3:01 to go in the first.
You can see the reaction of the referee, too. Guys, my bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
Clouston and Petrantoni are in the middle of a left tackle defensive end style brawl. When you drop it again, Bersani wins it clean, but it hops over White's stick, and he has to go back out into the neutral zone for it. White D-to-D across. Vanelli sends it ahead. Bersani gives it back to White here on the near side. Excuse me, it's Ozelinch, not Vanelli, paired up with White right now. Doe sends it to the middle. Bersani with a stick wave. Still loose there along the logo. And Doe gives it back to the defense. Ian White, neutral zone play. Telopov knocks this one into the zone. Onside, Doe grabs it, plays it to the middle. He dropped it down too far out of the reach of his own stick. Doe circle to circle. Bersani waits. He scores! Just outweighted Paulin and got him down. Hunter Bersani sends one home and cuts the lead in half, 2-1.
Yeah, but to catch that pass the way he did, just a perfect pass. And we were watching the play develop coming up the wall, but he saw the open man, and Bersani just buries it. Now he just cut the deficit in half.
Something to build on heading into the locker room. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left to go in the first. And that line, we've been waiting for them to come out. They've cooled off when you consider how hot they were in December, but still, you see them making chances for themselves. Such a strong line together, and Hunter Bersani picks up the goal. It'll be his 10th of the year, and we'll hear it from Dana Barker.
He shoots! Dragons goal scored by number 15, Hunter Bersani. His 10th goal of the season, as listed by number 17, Austin Doe, at 10:30.
Austin Doe picks up the only assist. Grant Mentis with this right wing side, trying to play it in over the line. Oakes knocked it away. Grant Mentis has a right back, pass to the middle, knocked away by Holt. Nolan holds in at the left point. Nolan took a big check while we were waiting for that goal to be announced. Tommy Cardinal lined him up in the train tracks back in the Columbus end, but Nolan's quick to his feet and is still finishing out this shift. Now here's Carolina quickly back the other way, left wing side, Boutin in over the line, pass to the middle, and that one went through Ford's legs. Armstrong first on it, on the far side half wall, up ahead to Grant Mentis, trying to take on the Carolina defense by himself. Grant Mentis fires one from a long way away. It's blocked by Dimmitt, and Holt will chip it away to the far side boards. 1:25 to go here in period one. Turnover. Vanelli left circle, knocked away by Perks. Vanelli still with it in the corner, trying to work it back out. Ford takes it away from him as Vanelli returns to his defensive position. Grade gets in front of Butita on that long dump down attempt. Jay Krupp with it into the zone, right wing side. Krupp right circle, trying to pass to the back man there. That is Van Weinsberg. He's tied up with Peshduka. Grade fires from the right point, and now tied up between Graham and Dimmitt. 1 minute left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. 2-1, Thunderbirds lead it. Krupp, left wing half wall, rims it around. Here's MJ Graham. Moves it up the boards. Jake Grade, right point. Back down into the corner. That one knocked away by Dimmitt. Good interception by him. 4-on-2 for Carolina if they want it. Perks over the line. Right wing circle. Looking for the drop back. Nothing there. Pass to the high slot. And that one too far out of the reach of Martin. Grade will find it. Sliding away. Grabs into the neutral zone for Jay Krupp. Had to slow up, but it eventually got to him. Van Weinsberg's trying to drive the middle. Krupp slows up top of the right wing circle. And that one goes to the left point, but Vanelli couldn't hold it in with 25 seconds to go in period one.
Yep, an opportunity there, but just threw it outside the zone. Got to restart. One more chance here for, a turnover.
Vanelli's pass knocked away. Martin trying to feed Peavy coming in over the line, and Krupp along the near side holds that play up just enough. 10 seconds left to go in the period. Peavy in, offsides, as that puck was dangled along the blue line, never came in for Carolina, and so we'll get a whistle. 8.8 left to go here in period one. The goal, 17:32 mark of the first. Hunter Bersani is 10th of the year from Austin Doe.
You know, one thing that you like to grab is that momentum, and a perfect time to get it. In the around the 2 minute mark of the first period. You got 8 seconds left to win the draw and get out of here. We'll take a break.
Bersani with the bull rush move wins it. Columbus plays it back behind their own net, and they'll just wait out the rest of the period here. So Carolina will take the lead into the locker room. 2-1, they are in front. Goals from Oakes and Cardinal since have been answered only once by Hunter Bersani. Thunderbirds a 2-1 lead through 20 minutes. Mike, your initial thoughts?
Well, I mean, I look at Columbus's start to this game. Carolina, the road team coming in here, I think they kind of set the pace early in the period, but then, Columbus falls down by a couple of goals. They don't quit. They keep battling, and sure enough, get some chances. And this game could have easily been tied. We had one that went off the pipe, and even the goal judge thought it went in, but it didn't. It's one of those things where Columbus, they stayed with their game plan. They worked hard. They cut this deficit in half, and now it's just a one-goal game, and you got 2 more periods to go.
Thunderbirds 2, Dragons 1. Let's take a break. When we come back, John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Why do more people turn to Sun South for quality John Deere equipment? Our customers say it best.
The reason I'm a Sun South customer is because of their customer service and because of their sales staff.
The local service is outstanding. When I think of Sun South, I think of partners.
Right now at Sun South, get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere equipment. Sun South, equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires January 31st, 2022.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus-Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons trail the Thunderbirds by a score of 2-1. With 20 minutes of play, we're on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Listening to the sounds of the Kendrick High School Cherokee drumline down there at center ice level. Fun to have them in as part of our Education Night festivities presented by Kinetic Credit Union. Of course, a lot of fun getting everybody involved. Your school or student ID got you out to this game on a special ticket rate. Right now, it's been a good game, I would say, so far, Mike. Obviously, you'd prefer the scoreline to be a little different if you're a Columbus fan, but a good game, a very strategic game you and I were talking about during the break.
Yeah, I mean, we had that discussion. It's almost like I think you hit the nail on the head, to be honest with you. You know, both teams know they got, 3 games with each other, and it's more of a, I'm not going to say they're at three-quarters speed. That's not fair to say, but I wouldn't say exactly they got the pedal to the metal.
You were saying Carolina seemed to be playing more of a trap in the defensive part of the neutral zone, and we hadn't really seen that too much. We've seen Columbus break out a trap every now and again, but Carolina breaking one out, and Columbus perhaps maybe opting to match it at times. It doesn't result in the fastest-looking hockey out there because right now shots are 9-5 in favor of the River Dragons, but it's really a case where a lot of times we talk about hockey being a chess on ice. That's kind of what you're seeing through these first 20 minutes.
Yeah, and one thing that Carolina's doing too, I think, and particularly in the first half of the first period, they really got, they really had their break going. They had, they were a go, attack. They've had some odd man rushes, and fortunately, or I should say unfortunately, if you're a River Dragons fan, it resulted in that easy goal, the second goal that was scored. But as the period waned on, it seemed like they played a little more of a trap. I'm not saying they might have sat on the lead a little bit, but they did what they did, and it's resulted in, a game that kind of mucks it up and slows it down a bit. Columbus also, I think, picked up the game inside of the Carolina zone. They really hustled their way into the corners, banging, doing the job, getting guys open in front, and obviously really just a great goal. That was Bassani scored.
2-1 Thunderbirds lead. The 2 Carolina goals were scored first. Cody Oakes, 5:27 mark of the first, and Tommy Cardinal, 9:57 into period 1. Hunter Bassani, as you just said, answered back, 17:32 mark of period 1. Perhaps most strangely, Mike, no penalties yet in this game. Not even a fight, not a single penalty minute yet up on the board.
I mean, I'm going to just say the referee's letting the guys play, and it hasn't really been that chippy if you think about it. I mean, maybe there's been a couple little tit for tats there. I mean, maybe I could recall a trip in the Columbus zone behind the net that the referee could have called it because the player was down, and then he tripped the defenseman coming around. And then the other one that I might have called the roughing on was after that the puck hit the post and the light went on. It was a pretty pretty good whack on that one there. And if you got a roughing penalty, you couldn't argue too much about that. But other than that, hey, no penalties, faster hockey, and people like to see 5-on-5 hockey.
Indeed they do. We might have an issue. We're trying to report back to our affiliates and flagship in Columbus, and it appears we lost connection with some of them. Let's see if we can't get it back here, because we're about ready to take this break. Yes, there we go. So let's take a break. Thank goodness for that. When we come back, you didn't need to say it. I was just a little worried, that's all. Let's take a break. When we come back, a look around the FPHL on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, ourdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to ourdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's ourdragonsmerch.com.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons trail the Thunderbirds by a score of 2-1 through 20 minutes of play as we are on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. John Emerald Distilling, proud partners of the River Dragons and the Chattahoochee. All of Ignite Sports is Columbus' properties, of course headquartered in Opelika, Alabama. Live tours and tastings there at the distillery. Can't make it out there. A couple of places here in Columbus that proudly serve the John Emerald Distilling line of products, including Nonick Beer Bar and Kitchen downtown, Jarfly on 13th Street, and the Bottle Shop on Broadway. John Emerald Distilling also brings you our Coaches Show that you hear on these same radio stations and on YouTube and podcast form 6 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. Time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions. We're dragging a little bit here with the internet because what I mentioned on the way out to break. We can tell you there are some crazy scores going on right now. They're 7 minutes or so into the second period in Danbury, and the hat-tricks right now are threatening the Watertown Wolves win streak. Watertown comes into this game with a 13-game win streak. Danbury right now leads 2-0 with 13 minutes and some change left to go here in the second. I'm having a difficult time
battling
loading up with this thing here. Let me try it. Let's see if the phone might work a little bit better. You never know how these things go. Here we go. Now we got it. Johnny Ruiz and Brett Jackson with the goals for Danbury, each coming in the first period. Nothing too crazy on the penalty front. Again, just under 13 minutes to play in the second, in Danbury with a 2-0 lead, looking to break the Watertown Wolves win streak, the longest win streak of the year in 21-22. We got a heck of a scoreline in Binghamton. Don't know how much time's left. It's 5-3 Black Bears right now. And again, we're trying to see where has the internet gone?
Well, I mean,
it's tough to find these game feeds that come up here. There we go. Now it's 6-3 Binghamton. So as we were trying to load this one up, another one has since gone in. Would love to tell you the scorers on that, but cannot get it to you. Of course, here in Columbus, the score is 2-1 in favor of Carolina. And I guess if we can't bring you the Thunder and Black Bears goal scorers, here they come. So it started off Kyle Powell leading the way in Binghamton, 1-0. Delaware answered back with 2 goals. First was Ryan Swain and then Ryan Marker, 2-1 Delaware at that time. Binghamton then with 3 straight, Tyler Jurich, Nikita Ivashkin, and Josh Newberg. Ryan Marker would get his second of the game, 50 seconds after the Newberg goal to start the second period. That's 4-3 Binghamton. Since then, Kyle Powell and Emil Strom have made it 6-3 Black Bears with about 6 minutes or so left to go in the second. That is the FPHL Around the League, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Taking a look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard, 5 games, 10 teams in action, the 11-team SPHL. All of them are already underway. Knoxville up 1-0 on Fayetteville. Vermilion County and Evansville, they are tied 1-1. 8 minutes left to go in the first there. Knoxville, an early goal, only 3 minutes into the first period in that one. Roanoke leads 1-0 on the road in Huntsville, 13 and some change in the first, and scoreless in Quad City and Peoria, and scoreless Macon is at Birmingham. Let's take a break. When we come back, a look ahead to the Wild Animal Safari second period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
When talking about Harvey Lumber over the past few years, I've always felt that it was very important to brag on the fact that Harvey Lumber has been here for over 150 years, taking care of many generations throughout the Chattahoochee Valley. They've stayed in business by always featuring the very best building materials that every company has to offer. And what's the most important element in building materials? The wood you use. That's why you'll always find the Yellowwood brand available at Harvey Lumber. Now there's something new, Yellowwood Protector. You've probably seen it advertised a lot during your favorite SEC football games on Saturdays. Yellowwood Protector is a semi-transparent stain and water-repellent wood sealer for decks, fences, pergolas, outdoor furniture, and pretty much anything you can build with Yellowwood. Yellowwood Protector comes in 4 different colors: smoky gray, rich walnut, American classic cedar, and crystal clear. You know we always say that if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Now try the first stain worthy of the yellow tag, Yellowwood Protector. Available at Harvey Lumber Company, 800 15th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
That sound is why we fund life-saving science. That sound is why we push you to be healthier. That sound is why we have an unhealthy obsession with your health at American Heart Association. Get the facts at heart.org/yourhealth.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Thunderbirds lead the River Dragons 2-1 here on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. As we look ahead to the Wild Animal Safari second period, Mike, you have to imagine the mood in the Columbus room is a little mixed. You're unhappy giving up those first 2 goals and being down, but you have the last goal in the game, came in the later stages of the first period, and obviously 2-1 by any means not insurmountable.
No, and you stopped the onslaught early. I mean, you didn't let the game get out of hand on you. You know, a couple of goals go in. Okay, no need to panic, and Columbus certainly didn't do that. They kept themselves moving forward, got themselves one at the end. You grab a little momentum, and hopefully you come out in the second period, you bury one tied, and then you start looking ahead after that.
Of course, we remember one of the last games River Dragons played in this building. They were down by a couple. It was going into the third period, but they scored 2 within the span of a minute. So they very much have it within them to start fast and start early. And we'll see if that happens when we get into the second period. Zamboni's on its final pass. This seems as good as time as any. We will sign it off here on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. That also means we have to sign it off for Mike V. Of course, got obligations elsewhere. But, Mike, always great to have you here on the broadcast, as always.
Appreciate you, Zach. We'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, sounds great. We'll see you then, Mike. And we bid adieu to Mike. We will also bid adieu to you as we take a break and come back for the Wild Animal Safari second period. It's up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoochee. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the Championship Series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season, or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Thunderbirds out on the ice, ready for the Wild Animal Safari second period. Columbus going right to left across your radio dial. Jared Rutledge has made 3 saves on 5 Thunderbirds shots. Columbus in the home reds with the Sea Dragon logo on the chest. Black helmets, shoulders, pants, and numbers with white and teal trim. They go right to left. Over to our left, it's Chris Paulin, who has made 8 saves on 9 River Dragon shots. Thunderbirds in the white road jerseys, Scripton State logo on the chest. Black helmets, black pants, red numbers with white, red, and black trim all throughout the jersey. They go left to right. It'll be MJ Graham against Dawson Baker. Ready for this opening draw of the Wild Animal Safari second period. Someone's getting slobbered on. Check out all of the live animal outdoor exhibits in the Pine Mountain, Georgia area. We didn't even drop a puck, and Jake Krupp and Declan Conway decided to go at it. And when I mean go at it, it just looked like an aggressive tackle from each side. The puck hadn't even dropped. We still have 20 minutes on it. I'll be honest with you, I think I'm giving that 2 minutes for roughing. They do take a second off. I guess the puck must have just dropped. So, wasn't much of a fight. It was very quick. But they'll get 5 minutes for it appears, because we've got 5 skaters apiece out there. Grant Mentis for Columbus and Daniel Martin for Carolina take the place on the wings where that fight occurred. Okay. That one seemed to come out of nowhere. We had 0 penalty minutes in the first period. Guess we're making up for lost time. We're underway here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Vanelli from the red line will dump this in left wing side for Columbus. Cameron Dimmitt first on it. Grant Mentis trying to cut in front of him. He ties him up. MJ Graham picks it out of feet. Graham right circle, up the wall, right point. Grade, a shot. Van Weinsberg reached for it, but Baker blocked it before it could get to him. Schnapp on the near side, lined up by Vanelli. That's a big check right in front of the penalty boxes. Baker touched it from an offside position, and Van Weinsberg got knocked down by Schnapp. And here we go. Didn't take long. 25 seconds into the second period, we've had a fight. And now Jacob Schnapp is going to head to the penalty box on a roughing call. So Schnapp dumps down Van Weinsberg at the whistle. And Columbus will head to the Georgia Power play for the first time tonight. Georgia power play currently looks like this, 17.4%, good for 6th in the 7-team FPHL. Carolina, they are worst in the league at the penalty kill right now, 7th out of 7, 76.7%. And interestingly, on the opposite side of things, Carolina, one of the best power plays, and Columbus, of course, as we know, the best penalty kill in the league. The power play starts up with Carolina winning the draw, and it'll be dumped down the length of the ice by Pashtuka. Behind the net, Rutledge will slow it up, and Fraziot takes it out from behind immediately to Austin Doe. Drops it back for Fraziot to the right wing side. Petrantonio kicks it to his stick. Petro, right wing circle with it. Behind the net, he's on the forehand. Works it up the left wing. Vanelli has it at the point. To Petrantonio, top of the circles. Left wing looking for something. Backdoor, and Austin Doe had that one hop over his stick at the last moment. Fraziot right point. Vanelli left point with it here. Fires one. Save made. Rebound loose and cleared by Pashtuka. Johnny on the spot right there for Carolina. Quick trigger as he sends it down. Vanelli from behind his net. He's being chased there by Cardinal. Vanelli keeps the legs moving. Left wing side. He's bunched up 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Left wing. Pass to the middle. Hops off a couple of bodies. Peavy finds it at the high slot. Has a dribble off of his stick, and he just pokes it down to the Columbus line. Fraziot ahead for Petrantonio as the team's trying to change behind this. Under a minute left to go here in the Georgia power play. At the left wing hash, Petrantonio up the wall. Vanelli shot blocked away by Pashtuka, who was tied up with Van Weinsberg in front. Bersani, right circle. Oh, that one goes through. Fraziot at the right point started skating before he had the puck. And Columbus will have to evacuate. This one's dumped into the zone. It's on net, so Paulin can stick it away here and kills more time for Dimmitt to have behind the net and dump down ice. 30 seconds left to go in this Georgia power play. River Dragons going right to left, down by 1 here in the second. MJ Graham, left wing side, trying to come in over the line, gets away from Holt. Graham to the middle, nice sliding block right there by Clouston. Graham, right wing corner, working that one up the wall. Peavy puts it through the legs, nobody in particular. Graham still finds a loose puck. High slot, drops it back. Grant Mentis dekes around one, looking for the backdoor pass, and Graham had dived down too low underneath the goal line. He's still with it, left wing circle though. 4 seconds left as Rutledge taps his stick on the ice at the other end. Greatest shot, blocked by Clouston. Out of the box, coming out with it is Schnapp. He has a half breakaway, but great, good back check to get it away from him, and White will poke it into the corner for good measure. 0 for 1 on the Georgia power play tonight, as this one will head out all the way down into the Carolina end off of a body. Tommy Cardinal has it, far side circle in his own end. Vaughn Clouston with some space right wing, pass up ahead to Gus Ford. He's just in on sides. Ford at the right point, down into the corner. Clouston first on it for Carolina. That one hits an awkward part of the kick plate. Cardinal will find it though. Cardinal left circle, pass high slot, goes through Ford. Pashtuka right point, his shot missed wide. Fraziot behind the net, checked there by Schnapp. Rebound turned over in front, and Ford's shot knocked away by Rutledge. Right circle, Cardinal with it, playing it to the top. Pashtuka fires, pad save, rebound Ford, dangling, looking for some space. A nice play by Nolan to lift his stick as he was looking for an angle to fire it home. Now Armstrong takes it left wing side. He's trying to get around Pashtuka. Referee inadvertently sets a pick. Armstrong will take it into the corner, trying to cycle it down for Nolan. Pashtuka clogging up Armstrong here. Drop back, left point, Fraziot, shot deflected Anderson, and just missed wide of the far post. Pashtuka chips that one out. Columbus will have it at the red line. Vanelli and Fraziot play a little catch. Fraziot, left point, backhand chip into the corner. Rims around far side. Pashtuka first on it. Petrantonio wanted to give him a hit, and Pashtuka had dodged it. Here's Ford, one-on-one with Bersani back. Ford trying to get around him, and Bersani, good job using his length and his reach to keep Ford out wide. Nolan with it near side circle. His pass across as Columbus looks to set up another rush. This one flipped into the air by Vanelli. Hits Bersani on the leg. Nolan will dump it in from the right side of red. It's rimmed around. Petrantonio checked there by Talipov. Petrantonio takes it well. Puts it back up the boards. Right circle a shot. Save made Paulin. Rebound loose. Around from behind the net for Doe. He couldn't put it towards goal. Vanelli left point with it. Check that. That was Bersani behind the net with a chance. Now here's Doe with it in the corner. Doe spins away from a hit. Left circle. He's on the backhand. Plays it across the crease and wide on Paulin. Bersani wanted a cycle. Talipov was first on it there. Petrantonio will hold him up along the wall. 15:27 to go here in the second. River Dragons trail 2-1. Buzzing in the zone. Let's go Dragons, the chant here in the Civic Center. Perks gets that to Baker. Baker trying to get around Ozelinch. Left circle, tries to cut to the middle. Save made Rutledge as it falls into his crease, and he'll quickly put a glove on it, and everybody will grab a dance partner just outside the blue paints. 15:14 now left to go in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Thunderbirds still lead it 2-1. Had a little bit of action in the early stages here. That fight right off the puck drop. Jay Krupp and Declan Conway Honestly, happened so quick I had missed it while I was doing a read. And then Jacob Schnapp took a penalty in the early stages and has since been killed off by Carolina. 0 for 1, Georgia power play tonight for the River Dragons. Oaks holds in at the left point. This one will get sent around. And at the half wall, Tucker tries to put it back behind the Columbus net. MJ Graham is first on it there for the Dragons. Van Weinsberg to center. Holt cross ice, nothing doing there. And Grade will play it to the red line right in front of the benches. Now look out, here's Peavy in the line with some speed to Schnapp. Left circle is shot, patted away by Rutledge. In the corner, up the wall to the left point, Oaks with it, and one knocked away. Good stick on it there. Ooh, and then it caught a man in the face. That's Grade. Tucker with it, right wing circle. Tucker trying to spin away, looking for a passing lane. Nothing there as Van Weinsberg is checking on him. Schnapp has that knock off of his stick right in front of the Carolina bench. Clausen will play it back in, and Carolina on the delayed offsides will quickly touch up. White, he gets around one man. Holt, bothered there by Graham. That puck squirts back into the Carolina end. Thunderbirds with possession, dump it down ice, and the geometry's right, where Rutledge will have to stick it and prevent icing. Columbus takes their time behind their own net. A pass to the near side. Dalton Anderson trying to get around Butita. He's got some speed, trying to cut to the middle, and Clausen takes it off of him. Now Clausen coming back the other way for the Birds. Clausen trying to loose puck deep through the legs, lost his footing, and then Fraziot takes it away to the far corner on a pass. Brad Nolan up ahead here, neutral zone, has the red line, played it ahead. Armstrong with a reach, negates icing. Ford rims this one around, left point. It hits the boards awkwardly, goes back into that corner. Armstrong had it and lost it, and Talipov moves it up the wall for Carolina. Ford spins away from a check, takes it up ice. 3-on-2 if he can hustle with some numbers. Ford, left circle, tries to deke around Vanelli, lost it at the bottom of the goal line, played it back to the far circle, and Petrantonio's on it here, trying to start a rush for Columbus. Petrantonio, right wing side, chips around a man, that's Talipov. Peshduka goes in with him in the corner. Those two tie up, and Petrantonio gets hammered there by Cardinal. Petro still with it as he races after it to the far side corner. Pass, right circle, Doe fires! And Paulin came out, made himself look big, and forced Doe's shot wide. Emil Talipov from behind the net. Petrantonio hard on him on the forecheck. To the near side circle. Peshduka trying to get around Doe. Can't do so cleanly, but does enough to get it out. Then he picks it off the wall away from Vanelli. Peshduka with Butita on the left. Right circle, fires. Blocker save Rutledge. Rebound corralled and covered by the Columbus netminder. And we get a media timeout. 12:51 to go here in the second. Thunderbirds still lead at 2-1 here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, 12:51 to go here in the second. And the Thunderbirds still hold on to a 2-1 lead. All the scoring in this game happened back in period number 1. Fans, download the Dash app, D-A-S-H, free on all Android and iOS devices, as the River Dragons have some specialty items up, one on auction, one on raffle right now. Both a couple of game-used signed helmets. MJ Graham's white helmet is on auction, and Noah Doyle's black helmet, both signed by the team, is on raffle. That raffle and auction will go all the way until 11 o'clock tomorrow night. And if you win, you can pick up your prize at the Sunday game. Again, a 3-on-3 set between these two teams. Download the Dash app. Don't miss out on any of the great specialty merch you can win on that app. D-A-S-H, free on all Android and iOS devices. Baker left point, holds it into the zone for Carolina. Peshduka gets it back to Baker. Van Weinsberg trying to start a rush the other way. Right wing side, he gets around a man. Van Weinsberg 2-on-2 as he hits the line to the high slot. Looks, fires, and that one gets blocked away. And the rebound goes back behind the net. MJ Graham with it here. Graham putting it into the far side corner. Krupp takes a hit to the right point. It's White. He holds, looks for a shooting lane, and that one goes well wide. On the near side wall, everybody looking for it, can't find it. Daniel Martin with it, right wing circle. Martin, good pass across. Peshduka couldn't reach it as it just bounced over his stick at the wrong time. Van Weinsberg, a pass up the far side wall. MJ Graham eventually finds it, drops it back for Robbie V, and he'll chip it into the red line. 11:52 left to go here in the second. 2-1, Thunderbirds have the lead. Columbus in their own end. Vanelli, a stretch pass. Grant Mentis, nice jump around a man. 2-on-3 as he hits the line, though, and it won't matter because Armstrong is offside. It's 11:39 to go here in period 2, and the Thunderbirds still have a 2-1 lead over the Dragons. Apologize for some of that ruckus you might have heard, sort of off mic. We understand we have a crowd mic currently out. We're going to see if we can't get that fixed during one of the media timeouts here. Face off in the neutral zone opposite the Columbus bench, and Anderson will get waved out of it. Crowd made a little reaction in front of us because during the Tooth Fairy promotion here, presented by Largeman Dental, some parachutes full of goodies dropped from the catwalk here at the Civic Center, and one of them got hung up, and eventually it fell, and the crowd reacted to that. Left circle, here's Armstrong, fires, and a save made by Paulin, put that right onto the chest of Paulin, made himself look big, gave Armstrong nothing to shoot at, and we'll get a whistle coming up to his right. 11:24 to go here in period 2. Thunderbirds still lead it by 1 on the back of goals from Oaks and Cardinal. Peavy ties up with his man Anderson on that draw. Grant Mentis picks it out. He fires a shot and a blocker save. Armstrong, left wing corner, gets around Holt. Right circle with it, trying to pass that one up to the top, and it goes off of a stick and down the ice. Rutledge wanted to slow it up there, didn't eventually get to him as Grade takes behind his own net. Just over 11 minutes to play here in period 2. Right wing side. Peavy gets ahead of Grant Mentis, and Carolina comes back the other way. Here's Declan Conway. First time we've seen him in a bit since his fight at the beginning of the period with Krupp. Schnapp trying to go to the middle, and Vanelli down on a knee is able to block that one from centering in front. Grade gets out of a board scrum with it to Austin Doe, off glass. Clouston holds in at the right point. Clouston's effort, though, is blocked by Bersani, and here's Pietrangelo in the neutral zone. He's got Doe on the left wing. Petro will just dump that one in. Rims around. Doe first on it, left wing circle. Hits the kick plate weird. Clouston actually gets to it first, and Peavy will chip it out to center. Frazier plays it back into the Carolina end as both teams are trying to change behind this. 10:25 to go here in period 2. Peavy with it, far side circle. Sent around, Clouston with it in the near corner. Gets it out as left point couldn't be held in by Nolan, but he's quickly got the puck back. Jay Krupp settles a bouncer. In on sides is Bersani, left circle. Bersani fires it, and that one well wide as Van Weinsberg's trying to drive the net. Krupp an effort, right circle. Van Weinsberg the screen, but it hit Paulin in the pads. Now Schnapp chips this to center. Here's Butita trying to get around a man. That's Brad Nolan. Butita with it, right circle. Drops back for Schnapp. Has it at the hash marks. Butita couldn't set a pick right there. And it goes into the far side corner. Schnapp still with a stick on it. Drops it off left point. Peshtuka down to the bottom of the circles. Played in front, Butita. And a great save made right there by Rutledge. Butita did not get what he wanted on that one. And Rutledge had a chance on it because of it. Here's Van Weinsberg trying to send that one ahead. Talipov knocks it away. Otherwise, Jay Krupp might have gotten in behind the defense. Now Krupp goes off the wall. One-on-one with Peshtuka. Krupp right circle. Spinorama pass back. It was behind MJ Graham. Tommy Cardinal, he gets first on it there. Gus Ford, he got chopped down a little bit there. Referee's arm stayed down. Carolina bench unhappy with that. Krupp will dump it in from the right side of red. And both teams change behind this. 9:13 to go here in period 2. Thunderbirds still lead it 2-1. Right there was one. And Carolina's bench very much had a case for a penalty as Gus Ford might have been interfered with or nearly stick down in the neutral zone. We play on. Here's Martin from the red line. That one knocked away by Ozelinch, who was skating at the right place, right time. Right back for Martin, and Armstrong stood him up and took the puck away. Grant Mentis circling back in his own end. One too many handles as Martin is able to get a good look at him, and Ian White will take it behind the net now. Ozelinch, near side, ramps up off some sticks, will go out of play, and we get a whistle and immediate timeout. 8:40 left to go here in the second. 2-1. Thunderbirds lead the Dragons here in the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Can you feel your heart beating right out of your chest?
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Thunderbirds lead the River Dragons 2-1. 8:40 left to go here in period 2. River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop in downtown Columbus, 1041 First Ave. They'll be open 10 a.m. on Saturday. Call ahead for an appointment at 706-321-5930, 706-321-5930, or visit them online, oldschoolbarbershop.com. It's oldschoolbarber.com, the official barbershop of your Columbus River Dragons. Looks like we got that crowd mic back, and there's music to our ears. Peavy and Anderson out on this draw. Anderson will win it. We are back underway from that neutral zone face-off. Columbus going right to left. Grant Mentis on the right wing side. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Right hash mark. His shot patted away by Paulin. Worked up to the corner. Ozelich, left point. His shot. That one blocked by the chest of Paulin. Down the ice it goes. Rutledge will come out to the near side circle to play it, as winning the race on that one was Perks. In the neutral zone, though, it's turned over. Here's Martin, left circle. His shot wide of the blocker hand. Rebound goes behind the net. Martin wanted to chip it out in front. Ian White was all up in his face trying to prevent that. Martin on the far side circle with White right on his hip. Martin tried to pull the puck back, forgot about it, and White knocks it away in the corner. Held in left point, shot from Talipov, blocked away by Rutledge. White tries to get that out off of a body. Talipov lost it. Ooh, and then he put a check high onto Grant Mentis, and a penalty is going to come up out of this. Armstrong wants a piece of him, but he's got to calm down because right now Columbus has got a power play out of this. Armstrong letting Talipov know he wasn't too fond of that check. Grant Mentis picks himself back up. He seems okay. And Talipov will sit 2 minutes for high sticking. 7:49 to go here in period 2. 2-1 our score. River Dragons 0 for 1 on the Georgia power play tonight. We mentioned coming into this game, River Dragons 6th best on the power play, Carolina 7th best on the kill. Struggles on one end of the special teams battle, and for each team the opposite. And they are among the best. Carolina wins the defensive zone draw. Butita for Cardinal, right wing corner, and Vanelli checks him. And Fraziot's trying to pick it out of feet. This Georgia power play starts now for the River Dragons as they try and move it across. 145's already gone at it. Petrantonio poked off that puck by Butita, tied up along the Carolina bench, and Fraziot sends it to some open ice for Austin Doe to take it in stride. Doe, left wing circle, played it back. Bersani, left point, drags it away from Butita, takes it now into the corner. Sends it around the wall. Doe on it there. Back to the right point. Fraziot didn't have the wheelhouse. Vanelli couldn't pull the trigger on the 1T either. Over to the right circle. It's Doe. Doe waits. Fraziot fires. Bersani offering a screen in front. Doe there. Petrantonio home! Petrantonio appeared to get the final touch as Doe's shot leaked through Paulin, and it's 2-2 on a power play goal. Austin Doe's shot was saved by Paulin. It leaked through, was going towards the goal line, but it was on edge in a way that it was going to go away had it lost any more speed. And Petrantonio diving down on his stomach to slam that one home. It should be his goal from our eyes. 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play tonight. And Columbus has tied this one up. We'll wait to hear officially what the call is. They are checking on Chris Paulin. The net is still off behind him off of that big collision on the near side. That rubber peg dug into the ice, just holding on for dear life. So the net gets reset. Paulin readjusts himself. And we appear to be good to go. And once we drop this puck, we will hear from Dana Barker.
He shoots! River Dragons power play goal scored by number 9, Josh Petrantonio! His team leading 22nd goal of the season, assisted by number 27, Paul Fraziot, and number 17, Austin Doe.
It is Petrantonio's goal, 22nd on the year. And the River Dragons have tied up the game 2-2. Schnapp trying to get around Vanelli at the left point. He gives it up. Here's Declan Conway just in outsides. Conway's shot gloved away by Rutledge. Rebound, though, held in right point. Holt to blast. And a pad save made by Rutledge. Baker with this right wing circle at the center point. Van Weinsberg, nice intercept on a pass intended for Conway. Played it up the wall. Krupp couldn't handle it right wing side. Van Weinsberg turns a man over, in on sides with it. Right circle, his shot, and that one deflected wide. MJ Graham, left wing circle, trying to cycle it there with Van Weinsberg. He overskated it. Holt has it, and he puts it up the corner boards. Graham takes it away before he can get to Baker, sweeps it to the middle. Too many bodies in front, and Peshtuka prevented it from going to the slot. Ozelinch, left circle. Grant meant his shot. Glove save made there by Paulin. 5:52 to go here in the second. Well, Petrantonio's goal, Fraziot and Doe pick up the assists, and as we said, River Dragons 1 for 2 on the Georgia power play as we are now back tied at 2. Face-off will come to the right of Paulin. PV versus Anderson on the straw. Anderson wins it. Grant Mentis fires on that one just high of the glove hand and wide. White along the half wall, playing it left wing side. Grant Mentis from behind the net now has it at the hash marks. Grant Mentis, big check laid onto him there by Peavy, and Carolina will take over. Here's Perks with this puck. Perks boxing out there on Anderson. Peavy comes into the line on sides, right wing. Rutledge will stick it away from the slot, and he will glove it in front of him before anyone can get to it. And 5:29 to go in the second, and we get a buzzer, but inadvertent buzzer, as we thought there were a media timeout coming up. We still got 29 seconds and a whistle to go on that. So this face-off will come to the right of Rutledge. And Columbus will keep this Anderson unit out there. Anderson lined up with Armstrong and Grant Mentis. Looks like right now Jagger Williamson's playing a little 10th forward tonight. As we've seen Van Weinsberg out with Krupp and Graham a lot in this second period. Ford in the corner, tied up with a couple of River Dragons, played it to an open wing. Clouston uses the boards to get around one man, but lost the puck. Clouston gets it right back right corner, played it off the side of the net. Gets it back for himself behind the net. Butita trying to center in front, and Fraziot, good stick right there to take it away. This one flipped down ice, and Cardinal has it in front of his own netminder, trending towards the far side of the boards. Butita, backhand, blind pass, went through Ford. Grant Mentis will touch this one in from the right side of red for no icing, and Columbus will get a wholesale change behind this. Under 5 to play here in the second. 2-2, Dragons and Thunderbirds here on a Friday night at the Civic Center. Ford with it, near side corner. Gets this one over. Clouston a long stretch pass, off the wall. Cardinal got a touch. Vanelli nearly bobbled it in a dangerous area. He loses an edge. Butita takes it away from him. Austin Doe, top of the circles, turned over by Ford. Loose, and Ford overhandled the puck. Takes it right back at the hash marks, though. Down for Butita in the corner. Grade checks on him. Now Grade tries to lift the stick of Schnapp. A pass to Ford at the hash marks. Right wing circle. Carolina trying to start a cycle, but everybody's going in different directions. Now Ford gets it back from Talipov, fires and scores. Gus Ford saw Rutledge in a bit of an awkward position as he was trying to find that puck. Looked like it goes through the 5-hole, and Gus Ford restores Carolina's lead. It's 3-2. .15:48 mark of the Wild Animal Safari second period. Gus Ford, 19th goal on the year. A multi-point night for him as he assisted on the Cardinal tally back in the first period. And the Thunderbirds lead it now 3-2. Graham with some wing help from Van Weinsberg wins the draw. Columbus has it here. Ozelinch, a pass ahead to Krupp at the Carolina blue. His shot blocked by Dimmitt. He took a check from him there as the puck goes out to center. Ozelinch with it at his own blue line. Graham bobbled the puck. Good stick check again by Cameron Dimmitt. Now Graham, good cross-ice feed. He finds Jay Krupp, right circle, trying to get around Dimmitt. Dimmitt knocks him down as he was trying to shield off on the check. Van Weinsberg, high slot, looks for some space, fires, blocked by Schnapp, and the rebound was deflected wide of the blocker hand on Paulin. To the left point for Ozelinch. Schnapp is without a glove. He's putting that right hand behind his back. He was trying to block that shot from Ozo. At the left circle, Krupp and Peshtuka in a battle. Peshtuka knocks it away from Krupp, and Schnapp at the red line with only one gloved hand gives to Peshtuka, right circle, fires. That one high over the shoulder, held in by the glass behind Rutledge, and the River Dragons able to get it out. Van Weinsberg racing after it, couldn't get in front of Dimmitt. MJ Graham wanted to follow that puck in. Instead, he'll go off for a change as Van Weinsberg was in an offside position. 3:10 to go here in the second. Both teams change up. That loose glove of Schnapp still out there on the ice in the Carolina end. Anderson plays to an open right wing. Levi Armstrong has it in stride off the wall. Armstrong right circle. And when blocked by Peshtuka, up into the netting and out of play. 2:57 to go in period 2. Another media timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
We are back. We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Thunderbirds lead it 3-2 over the River Dragons. The last goal of the game scored by Gus Ford, the 15:48 mark of the second period. And hey, for those of you playing along with us at home, that goal from Ford, his 19th of the season. Face-off coming to the left of Paulin as we are waiting to get you the official assists from the from the Fed site. There it goes. Ford from Talipov and Schnapp. The 15:48 mark. For those of you playing along with us at home, 3-2 Carolina leads. Grant Mentis in the neutral zone trying to get this one around a man. Martin checks him down to the ice, and now a loose puck goes all the way into the Columbus end for Tim Perks to have behind the net. Perks playing that one to the middle. Hopped up off a stick. Peavy trying to work it through some legs. Right wing corner. Anderson gets in front of Martin, and Columbus will take possession. Off the wall, Frazier slams this one down. Holt has to chase after it, and icing is on against Columbus as Frazier just got a little bit too much of that puck. 2:25 here in period 2. And an offensive zone draw coming up for the Birds. They will opt to put this one to the left of Jared Rutledge. Stick around in 2 minutes and 25 seconds time. The McDonald's second intermission report. Recap everything we've seen in this period of play. Tuck you around the FPHL and tell you about the McDonald's 4-for-48 deal you can take advantage of during tomorrow night's game between these two teams. Again, this is the first of a 3-3. And it's all in the McDonald's second intermission report coming up soon. Can the River Dragons get a goal to tie this one up before we get to that point? Let's find out. Grant Mentis, right point, his shot, sticked away by Paulin and into the near side corner. Dimmitt will play that one off the wall. Nolan gloves it, puts it on his stick for no hand pass, then quickly turned over, but then right back to him off of Tommy Cardinal. Grant Mentis reaches for it. He couldn't grab it, and Gus Ford has it on the near side boards. Playing it up ahead. Nolan knocked that one away from his intended target in Butita. Still along the near side wall in front of the penalty boxes. Anderson dipsy doodles around one man. Tied up in the feet. Bersani trying to fish it out as it's a 2-on-2 battle. Cardinal comes in to help out Carolina's troops on this scrum. Vanelli from the red line. Petrantonio back in covering. Under 90 seconds to play here in the second. Petrantonio up ahead. Bersani knocked away off a stick clash. Nolan takes a check from the red line. He'll dump it in. Doe from behind the net, just underskated it there as he thought he could grab it and reach for it, but it eluded his reach. Peshtuka from the red line sends this one in. Good check laid on there by Bersani as he finishes him off at the end of that dump in. Vanelli takes a hit as he sends it out towards center. 1 minute left to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Declan Conway drops it back. Baker to the middle. And Schnapp had that ramp up off his stick, but still stayed on the glass and in play somehow. Petrantonio left wing side, staring down Clouston one-on-one. Left circle, Petrantonio fires, and Clouston got his stick in the way of that. It goes up into the netting and will go out of play. 43.8 left to go here in the second. Thunderbirds lead at 3-2. Shots on goal, 18-14 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter. Heckler & Koch, why own a copy when you can own the real thing? It's a second period total of 9-9. And we're seeing the offenses open up a little bit. MJ Graham won that draw, but he won it too clean as Baker didn't have his stick down on the ice yet. We'll wait and do it again. Baker and MJ in on this draw. Some false starts, some jittering, and now Baker on the second drop will win that one clean. tied up, right wing wall. A couple of players fall down to the ice. Here's Carolina back the other way. Schnapp just in over the line on sides, trying to filter it through to Baker, and White closed the door on that. Schnapp has to wait for his teammate to touch up on the delayed offsides. Columbus can have this one. Ozelinch and White play a little catch. 24 seconds left here in the period. Van Weinsberg dumps that one in. Clouston dumps it out. White at the red line, right wing side. He comes in. A pass to MJ Graham. Graham along the wall, dumps into the corner for Krupp. A dozen seconds left to go. Talipov gets the better of Krupp there on the angle. White holds in at the half wall. Right circle, a pass down low to Graham to the middle. Tied up, loose in the crease. And that one goes behind the net. Talipov just trying to eat away the final seconds. And he does just that. Well, a chance there late. Ian White, good pinch on the play. Now we get a little pushing and shoving here as MJ Graham, check that, Jay Krupp and Vaughn Clouston are in the middle of a little do-si-do. They both dropped the gloves. They're in tight on this on the near side corner. Linesmen are just trying to get in the way. They're at the end of the period here. Seemed like both teams were just ready to head off to the locker room. Graham and Schnapp are talking to each other, and Krupp and Clouston's conversation quickly escalated, it appeared. And we'll see what we get out of that. No punches thrown. Both guys dropped their gloves. And I guess they'll have a whole period to decide the verdict on what will happen in terms of on-ice strength to start the third. 3-2, Thunderbirds have the lead through 40 minutes of play. Time for the McDonald's second intermission report. After this, on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
A social distancing tip.
Putting distance between yourself and others is critical to slowing the spread of coronavirus. So here are ways to stay in contact without the physical contact part. Call, send a text, set up a video conference, post on social media, dedicate a song on the radio. If you have symptoms of fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going to their office. For more info, visit coronavirus.gov.
Let's all do our part because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
I'm Andrew Saul, Commissioner of Social Security. Beware of threatening calls from telephone scammers pretending to be government employees. These calls are not from us. Hang up and report the call at oig.ssa.gov.
We'll be screaming now. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center, McDonald's second intermission report. Before we go any further on it, though, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. (3-2) Thunderbirds lead it here at the Civic Center. Chuck-a-Puck's going on down at the ice level. Jackpot of $300. We've had some crowd oohs and ahs as a couple have come close. I don't think anybody's put it in there just yet. Of course, if you're here at the Civic Center for tomorrow or Sunday's game and nobody wins tonight, you see that jackpot roll over to $325 and potentially $350 coming up Sunday. That's a nice little cash infusion right there. It's always fun to take part at Chuck-a-Puck. And in your minor league hockey games, of course, here at the River Dragons, we love continuing that tradition. In that second period of play, River Dragons got on the board, 12:58 mark. Josh Petrantonio tapped one home on the goal line, a power play tally as Paul Fraziau's shot blocked by Austin Doe. Actually, might have been more of a slap pass to him, but Doe's shot went through Paul and he squeezed it, got about 80% of it. He was rolling towards the goal line, but looked like he was going to go alongside it, not go in, and Petrantonio just sprawled out and was able to tap that one home for his team-leading 22nd goal on the year. And Petrantonio is very much in some milestone work for him. He's approaching 100 pro goals. He is also approaching a season or career high for a season. In the year he won league MVP with the Carolina Thunderbirds in the 18-19 season, he only had 27 goals that year, so already 22 this season, as we're at about the halfway mark. At the end of this weekend, we'll be at the halfway mark of the River Dragons season. Heck of a year the captain is having so far this season in 21-22. Carolina, though, would restore their lead as Gus Ford found Jared Rutledge in an awkward spot looking for the puck as it went through him low. Ford from Talipov and Schnapp, 15:48 mark, answered back about 3 minutes or so later, and the Thunderbirds have a 3-2 lead through 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal, 19-14 through 40 minutes of play. Heckler and Koch, Wyona Copy, when you can own the real thing. 10-9 advantage for Columbus in that second period. But again, still the one goal lead for Carolina. They have also put up 2 minutes each to Jake Krupp and Von Clauston at the end of that. So only 2 minutes for roughing, we assume. So we'll be skating 4-on-4 when we start the third period of play. Let's take a break. When we come back, time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo. Zip in after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Stay up to date with everything Columbus River Dragons by following the team on social media. Stay in the know with all the team news on Facebook and Instagram. Get live in-game updates via Twitter. And of course, catch every game on the YouTube page. Following is easy. Search at @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. It's never been easier to stay in the loop with your favorite hockey team. So what's stopping you? Drop us a fun comment or send us a message and we may just feature you on the feeds. That's @C_River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Think fast. In less than 30 seconds, a small flame can become a big fire. Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and practice an escape plan for you and your loved ones. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov because fire is everyone's fight.
Welcome back in to the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons trail the Thunderbirds 3-2 through 40 minutes of play. Goals in that period scored by Petrantonio for Columbus and Gus Ford for Carolina. Time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Let's see if our connection to the Federal Hockey website has improved at all. We shall see, as it'll be a battle maybe as it goes on. Here we go. Last we left the Watertown Wolves Danbury Hat-Tricks game. It was 2-0 Danbury. Remember, big game for Watertown as they have a 13-game winning streak on the line right now. They are a minute into the third period, 3-3 is the score. Watertown tied it up in the second period. Justin McDonald on the power play, and then Cole McKechnie unassisted. However, Johnny Ruiz on the power play at the 18:38 mark of the second gave the Rabbits a lead 3-2 heading into the locker room. But first shot of the third period, 18 seconds in, off of Alexander Jamaev's stick and into the net, and we are tied 3-3 with, again, about 19 minutes and some change left in the third. Rabbits obviously looking to claw back into the top part of the standings. They'd fallen off a little bit. River Dragons have taken over second place from them. Also trying to derail this Watertown winning streak that right now sits at 13. Very interesting storylines coming out of Danbury tonight. Elsewhere, the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, Binghamton Black Bears seem to be skating to a comfortable lead, though it is high scoring right now. They're midway through the third. Black Bears have a 7-4 lead. Last we left this game, it was 6-3 in favor of Binghamton. And we'll see who the most recent goal scorers were in just a moment, but Black Bears look to continue their way. Delaware, while we're not sure what exactly happened to them, had to sign about 11 emergency players to the roster for today's game. We were not given any official word or indication as to what had happened there, so no sense really speculating, but obviously that puts Delaware very much behind the eight ball tonight on the road. Binghamton, they got the goal, make it 7-3. Nikita Ivashkin on the power play is second of the night. Ryan Marker, he finishes off a hat trick as he makes it 7-4, 6:42 into the third. Again, there's about 10 minutes left in the third period of play. What can you say about Ryan Marker? I mean, the guy puts up a hat trick, seemingly about 2-3 points a night, just trying to will Delaware into every game that they have been in so far. But right now, the Black Bears, the full team effort, they are up by 3 and out shooting Delaware by a tally of 49-22. That's around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In, Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Time to look at the SPHL, the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Fayetteville 2, Knoxville 1. They're getting down to the wire in the second period in that one. Vermilion County trails Evansville. The Thunderbolts are at home at the Ford Center. 2-1, they lead it with 6.5 to go in period 2. Roanoke up 2-1 on Huntsville. That is in the Van Braun, so Roanoke doing good on the road in northern Alabama. 11 minutes to go in the second period. Quad City and Peoria are tied 1-1, 18:40 to go in period 2. And last minute of play in the first, Birmingham up 1-0 on Macon. Let's see who's got that Birmingham goal. David Nippert, but Brody Duncan, former River Dragon, picked up an assist, his 7th on the year. So we're getting down to the end of the first period there. Again, Bulls the 1-0 lead. And that's your look at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. Zamboni's on the ice as Chuck-a-Puck has cleaned up. So let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we compare our news and notes and get ready for the Houston Clinic third period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
It's River Dragon season, and it's time to get out to a game. Visit Ticketmaster or the Civic Center box office to purchase tickets to the next game or any game left this season. Visit rdragons.com to check the schedule and stay up to date with everything River Dragons hockey. The defending Ignite Cup champions are looking to keep their winning ways, and you can be part of the best atmosphere in the FPHL to help make it happen. Purchase tickets online on Ticketmaster or skip the fees and visit the Columbus Civic Center box office during normal business hours. Get up and get loud, Columbus. The River Dragons are ready to roar.
When all I do is
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Zambonis on the ice during the McDonald's second intermission report. 40 minutes in the books. Thunderbirds lead it 3-2 over your River Dragons. Big shout out to the Chattahoochee Valley Area McDonald's, the Peasold Family Management Group, and Boomer 1025 and bring you a 4 for $48 deal. 4 upper-level tickets, 4 souvenir hats, and 4 certificates good for a combo meal at any of our local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's. That's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, all for a price of $48 plus tax. It's a value of over $125. Call the River Dragons offices, 706-507-4625 for more details, or visit rdragons.com/MCD-deal. That's MCD-deal. Limited ticket quantities available. Next game, you can take advantage of that. Comes up tomorrow, as the Carolina Thunderbirds are in town for 3. So that's the Saturday game that you can take advantage of that 4 for $48 deal. As we look ahead to the start of the Houston Clinic third period, obviously Columbus got what they wanted in the second period, though it might have taken a little longer than they would have liked, because got that goal, tied it up, got yourself in a good spot, but then a goal from Gus Ford, just a good seeing eye shot that Rutledge never saw, and that's how we sit at 3-2. So if Columbus can come out again, sort of repeat their effort, grind away, continue to dominate in shots. As much as you can say you're dominating in shots when it's only 19-14, we mentioned when Mike V was on the broadcast here that it was a very trap-heavy game, it seemed like, in the first period. And while it started to open up a bit in the second, you could just tell that the teams are, I don't want to say in a self-preservation mode, but knowing that they have 9 periods of hockey this weekend to play against each other, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So we'll see what happens coming up in the third in terms of the energy level. Maybe it gets ramped up a little bit knowing you're at the end of the game. But Columbus, they will definitely want to grind, continue their shot advantage, and find that next goal to tie up the game at 3-3. Thunderbirds have it. If they have that next goal, they find themselves up 4-2, and all of a sudden you could be facing a bit of a mountain to climb if you are the Dragons. Of note, we will start with 4-on-4 play, as Vaughn Clouston and Jay Krupp each picked up 2-minute minors at the end of that period, and they were tangled up. The gloves dropped. Nobody threw a punch, though, so it looks like they'll go roughing on that particular call. Let's take a break. When we come back, teams will be almost back on the ice, and we'll be ready for the Houston Clinic third period after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
Looking to update that hockey game day wardrobe? The best place to do that is to visit the online home for all River Dragons licensed apparel, rdragonsmerch.com. With new designs coming out all the time and special promotional and sale offers always live, there's always a reason to check back to the site and score some new gear. Plus, lots of fun souvenirs and other knickknacks that make great gifts for all sorts of occasions. So get there to rdragonsmerch.com, the official store for all team licensed apparel. That's rdragonsmerch.com.
You should see me in a crowd. I'm gonna run, there's nothing to tell. Watch me make 'em bow. One right,
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons trail the Thunderbirds 3-2. And we await the teams stepping out onto the ice to begin the Houston Clinic third period. Zamboni is on its last pass. We mistimed that by just, I'd say, about a lap or so, as they are resetting the nets to either end, and we see the coaching staffs of each team return to their respective benches. River Dragons will come out, led by Jared Rutledge. He's had a difficult night, 11 saves on 14 shots, but he's kept the Dragons in it as much as he can. He will man the net to our left, and the River Dragons will go left to right, dressed in the home red jerseys. C logo on the chest, black helmets, shoulders, pants, and numbers with white and teal trim. Again, going left to right across your radio dial in the third period. Over to our right, the Thunderbirds will be led out by Chris Paulin. And Paulin has made 17 saves on 19 shots. Thunderbirds dressed in the road white jerseys with the Scripton State logo on the chest, black helmets, red numbers, black pants with white, black, and red trim all throughout the uniform. And again, they're going right to left. It appears we're also waiting for our officials to come out as well, as we see both teams in their respective tunnels. But the referees, who also emerge out of the tunnel to our left, where the River Dragons come out of, are nowhere to be found just yet. So once we get them out, we'll be good to go. And again, the penalties picked up by both Krupp and Vaughn Clouston at the end of that period, both for roughing, will have us sitting 4-on-4 to start the third. Well, there's the horn. And we await us to get back underway. While we have this time, let's tell you, Columbus Chattahoochee home opener is June 4th. Call the Ignite Sports offices, 706-507-4625. Talk about your Flight Club membership to get games to every home game at Golden Park this season. That comes up in the 2022 year. Chattahoochee, hey, they made it to that championship series in their inaugural season. Just fell short to the Alpharetta Aviators. Will be looking for a repeat against an out-of-state rival, if you will, but another Ignite Sport property, the Choccolocco Monsters. It'll be a lot of fun to watch those two teams this season in the Sun Belt Baseball League. Again, the Columbus Chattahoochee home opener is June 4th at Golden Park, and you can talk about your Flight Club membership with our ticket representatives at 706-507-4625. Well, this delay has gotten a little longer than we expected. Here they are. Our referees have emerged, and we are now just about ready to get onto the ice to start up this third period of play. Oh, it looks like the door, actually, the River Dragons normally come out of, has an issue. So Columbus will come out the side door instead. Hopefully that's not an omen. Hopefully not anything wrong with that. We'll be okay. I think Dana Barker's son might have grabbed the mic from him there. River Dragons are back out onto the ice. So too is Carolina. Paulin will be to our right. Rutledge will be to our left. Next goal will be very important in this one. Thunderbirds lead at 3-2. Jay Krupp, Vaughn Clouston getting ready to go skate over into the penalty box. Talk about whatever they were discussing at the end of the second period that caused them both to pick up 2-minute minors for roughing. We'll see how each team handles this 4-on-4. Also, while we have you, if you're heading on over to the fridge, perhaps you've got the next generation of light beers sitting in there for you. That would be Flight by Yuengling. Easy drinking, clean, crisp, and refreshing. Flight is only 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, and 4.2 alcohol by volume. Flight by Yuengling, wherever beer is sold, the official light beer partner of your Columbus River Dragons. Now, if Scott were up here, he would tell me something like, you know how alcohol sales end when they drop the puck in the third period? Well, they were just taking a long time to delay the puck drop so they could get some more sales in at the concession stand. I just think that's what Scott would say. 4-on-4, we'll see Doe and Petre Antonio paired up with Vanelli and Nolan. Vanelli and Grade. Over the Carolina side of things, Baker and Schnapp with Peshtuka and Dimmitt. Back underway with Carolina winning the opening draw here in the third. Dimmitt, left wing side, trying to pass over to Schnapp. Knocked away by Petrantonio on the back check. Grade gets it to Petro. Doe gives it right back to his captain, left wing circle. Petrantonio on the backhand, takes it behind the net, emerges on the backhand still, right wing side. Now spins back to the forehand in the corner. Lost it along the kick plate as Dimmitt will now tie him up in the corner boards. Peshtuka lifts the stick, sends it around with some force, and Grade couldn't get over to the left point in time. Minute 25 left to go here in the 4-on-4. A lot of open ice out there for these teams. Petrantonio, he's now got Bersani driving the net. Petro with it, right wing circle, tried to filter it through. A pass bounced out all the way to the neutral zone, and Ian White takes it here for Columbus. Found by Hunter Bersani along the wall. He'll dump it back down at his own end for Adam Vanelli. Vanelli walks it ahead. MJ Graham, he gets the wheels turning right wing, looking to get around Holt. Graham drives to the net, then kicked it away from his stick inadvertently. Holt sends it around the boards. Awkward play off the corner. Left circle held up by Bersani. He went down to a knee to try and corral it. Graham fighting off George Holt. Shoulder to shoulder they go. Ozelinch helps out in the cycle. To the left point, Bersani. And Bersani will just walk it out of the zone as he was running out of space, being forechecked down by Ford. Bersani pulls the string on it here. White will eventually find it. White coming through the middle to MJ Graham. Right circle. His shot wide of the glove hand on Paulin. 30 seconds left to go here in the 4-on-4. Bersani, nice dangle around one, but he couldn't recollect the puck as it was found by Ford. He chips it to center. Frazier will take it back in his own end. And he moves it up the right wing side to Bersani. Tips in from center for no icing. Dimmitt has it top of the circles. Blake Peavy in over the line for Carolina. Drops it back for Butita. A pass, high slot. Peshtuka nearly overskated it. Nolan couldn't go the other way with it though. Frazier on the far side circle. 2 seconds and one. Krupp and Klauston out of the box. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey with just over 2 minutes gone here in the third. Neither team officially registers a shot during that 4-on-4. Dimmitt a drive though, and there's the first shot of the third period as it's blocked away by Rutledge. This one gets sent around. Peshtuka holds in at the right point. Behind the net, Nolan, he gets checked there, but eventually flips it to Frazier, and he sends that puck high into the air and will drop to ice right outside the center circle. Jay Krupp has it left wing. He comes in over the line. Krupp at the high slot, drops back for Nolan. Wanted to give it back for Krupp, but he had his back turned to the play. Now here's Daniel Martin with some speed left wing. One of his wingers fell down through the neutral zone, so Martin has to just take it into the corner. Krupp gets checked there by Schnapp. Pass to the high slot. Nice stick by Grant Mentis, preventing it from getting it to Baker. And now Grant Mentis leads this charge. Left wing, his shot blocked. Rebound still in the slot. Fires, pad save. Another effort sticked away by Klauston. Left point held in. D to Grade. Fires a tip. And a save made by Paulin. As Anderson got a twig to that one, but Paulin catches it in the trapper. 16:58 left to go here in period 3. Thunderbirds still with a 3-2 lead over the Dragons. Staying up to date with all of our team news, you can do so by following us on social media. _River Dragons on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Of course, you're watching us here on YouTube. Give us a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate that. Looking for an internal goal of 3,000 subscribers before we get to the end of the season. MJ Graham, he gets the better of Klauston on that. A couple of Thunderbirds' arms went up, but a striped shirt arm did not. At the left point, that one held in by Grade. Klauston knocks it away in the slot dangerously. It'll fall to Talipov as he goes across the face of his own net. Declan Conway with this near side boards. Played off the wall. Van Weinsberg trying to poke that one away from Baker. Conway tied up with the big man as well to go all the way to the Carolina line. And Klauston spinning away puts it to the near side. Armstrong standing up by a check from Talipov. He'll dump it into the corner. MJ Graham, he's tied up with the body. White tries to come in and seal up the wall on the near side. Talipov continues to work at Graham's feet. Down into the corner, Van Weinsberg lost it. Graham gets it back to him off the side of the net. And Carolina clears it with Jacob Schnapp just to the near side circle. Oakes will have it in the corner. He's being watched by his counterpart 19, Van Weinsberg, as he takes it behind the net, emerges far side with it. Oakes trying to get around a man. Petrantonio has lost his stick. He's trying to come in on the back check, though. Petrantonio with it, shows off the soccer skills as he kicks that one out to center. And we know Petrantonio has some soccer in his background. Showed it off there as he gets a new twig from the bench. Cardinal looking behind him. That puck never got to him. White goes D to D over for Ozelinch. And now here's Petrantonio. Left wing side. Can't get around Holt as he stands him up with a hip check. Butita checked by Bersani as he holds in left point. Puck falls to the middle of the ice and will be picked up by Dimmitt to send towards the Columbus line. Nolan behind the net for Cardinal. Those two go at it. Petrantonio gets away from Butita. Nice box out on him. And Frazier on the near side circle will have it ahead. And look out, that one might have been a headhunter at the Carolina bench off of a stick deflection as Frazier was trying to send that one cross ice. Hit an errant stick and heads up for everybody in white over on Carolina's bench. Looks like a fan just behind will get that puck, though. I believe it was passed to him by the backup netminder tonight, Brandon Rossi. That was coming in with some force. Face off opposite the Columbus bench. Dalton Anderson to take this draw against Peavy. Peavy will win it. And Dimmitt from just inside the red will dump it in. Frazier, near side corner. Shipping that one around. Grant Mentis raced after it. Dimmitt couldn't hold the left point. He dumps it in on the delayed offsides. Brad Nolan, far circle. In his own zone. Looking to turn this one up ice. River Dragons going left to right across your radio dial here in the third. They currently trail by 1. 3-2 in favor of the Thunderbirds. Grant Mentis racing after this one. Dimmitt first on it in the corner. Left it for nobody. Krupp to the middle. And not getting a touch on that one was Anderson. Here comes Carolina back the other way. Daniel Martin giving it back to Tim Perks. He's checked there, one-on-one. Peshduka stood up by Nolan. Peshduka gets around him, backhand, and Rutledge got enough, reaching with the blocker out to his right. And that one goes up off a body into the netting and out of play. 14:21 to go in the third. We got a media timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
It can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Fans, Fort Benning, Harley-Davidson, and the Columbus River Dragons have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FBWIN to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000. For full rules and contest details, stop into Fort Benning, Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit FortBenningHD.com. $50,000 could be yours this season, but only if you text to enter now. That's FBWIN to 55678. Good luck. Vanelli chips this one into the zone for Columbus. Right wing side at the corner. It's Graham to the middle, and it took a deflection on the way there. Van Weinsberg couldn't pull the trigger on the 1T. Left point, Vanelli fires, blocked in front by Schnapp. Rebound falls all the way to Conway. Conway checked, but it's found by Clouston and sent towards center. Schnapp gains the red, dumps it in, and Rutledge will slow that one up and take a whistle at the top of his crease. 13:54 now to go here in the third. And Carolina with the offensive zone draw changes the unit, brings Butita's line out there. Actually, it'll be Gus Ford who's the centerman on this line. And Ford will be lined up opposite Hunter Bersani. Bersani taps the stick. He's ready. Puck is down. Scrum towards the slot and picked up by the River Dragons. Petrantonio lays it back here for Grade. On the backhand across to Vanelli. Up ahead. That one took a touch off Butita, so no icing. Paulin comes out bottom of the circles to play it. Petrantonio fires as he nearly put it right to the captain, but he sent it wide. Petrantonio ties up here with Oakes. Doe trying to get involved too. Ford's on his back. Bersani to the middle, and that one sticked away by Oakes before it reached his netminder. Now Cody Oakes with some speed ahead, gains the red line and dumps it in. Rutledge will slow it up behind the cage, give up there for Doe, sent around, and Petrantonio plays it out to center. Dimmitt will have it just inside his own end. Dimmitt D to D across for Peshduka. 13:13 to go here in period 3. River Dragons need the next goal to tie it up as they are down 3-2. Butita with some speed ahead. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Left wing. Trying to get around Ian White in the corner. Pass to the middle. Knocked away by Petrantonio. Back into the path of Butita, though. Right point. Peshduka fires. That one knocked away. Good stick right there by White. Now Armstrong. Long pass ahead. Petrantonio in. Oh, what a play there by Paulin. Knocked away the puck. Tripped up the captain. Whole crowd wanted a call, but we play on. Icing here against the Thunderbirds. They will not be able to change, and Petrantonio is going to let the referee hear it. That was a heck of a stretch pass Levi Armstrong to Josh Petrantonio onside. Tried to deke Paul and had him down on his stomach, but went for the poke. Got the puck, then got the man, which of course will not be called, at least in that regard, not to any, not that will be heard well by anybody here at the Civic Center. They've started one of their favorite chants about all that. Well, you know the logic's going to go. The puck was got by the netminder, and after that, anything else that happened would have happened. Thunderbirds with a bit of a late change. They only had 4 out there on the ice. I think they might have thought they might have been gotten a penalty out of this, but they do not. It was icing while the puck has come back down into their end. So we're still 5-on-5. Anderson to take this draw against Peavy. Tied up in the feet. Peavy eventually wins it. And he found by Dimmitt. He's turned over in the slot. Krupp trying to tie him up. Dimmitt gets it back on a second effort. Sends it out. Now Schnapp's got an open wing. Grant Mentis trying to hunt him down. Jacob Schnapp, right wing corner, takes it, runs out of space, pass to the middle, and Ozelinch ties up the stick there of Peavy. Here's Jay Krupp with speed ahead, right wing. Perks gets involved with him, tries to lift his stick. It's tied up in the high slot area in Carolina's zone. Coming out with his Peavy, 3-on-2 through the middle. Stops it up, right wing circle. Pass to Perks, trying to get around Ozelinch. Takes it behind the net. Still along the goal line, a pass to Martin. Up to the right point, firing a shot. Oakes, that took a tip and went high over the bar on Rutledge, who was down in the butterfly. Clouston sends it across. Nobody in particular on that right wing for Carolina, and Krupp will backhand dump that one softly into the Carolina end, so the Dragons can get a wholesale change. Clouston trying to take advantage of it. A pass to the middle. Peavy has it left wing corner. Playing it up the wall. Back for Clouston. Down into the corner. Weird hop off the boards. Behind the net it goes. And Frazier will take it away here for the Dragons. Until the energy has picked up in this one. Frazier's pass just misses MJ Graham, but also just misses the net of Paulin. And the River Dragons have iced the puck. 11:29 left to go here in the third. Faceoff will come to the left of Jared Rutledge. It'll be Graham against Ford on the draw. Graham wins it. Van Weinsberg puts it into the corner. Nolan boxing out a man. Works it up that left wing side. Van Weinsberg pass across. Armstrong has to take it off the wall. Loses his momentum. Gains the red though. Dumps it in. And Paulin will have to slow it up there for a whistle. 11:18 to go here in the third. It remains 3-2. Last goal of this game, currently the difference, Gus Ford at the 15:48 mark of the second period. Shots on goal in this third period right now are only 2-1 in favor of Carolina. Feels a little low. We've definitely been seeing the wheels turning for both these teams much more. Here's Armstrong, forces a turnover in the neutral zone. Right circle to Graham, trying to get that one to the middle, and Dimmitt knocked off his stick at the last moment. Butita checked there by Armstrong. He gets around Nolan. Butita in a one-on-one race here with Frazier. Butita gets to it first. Nice stick wave by Frazier. Takes it off of him. And Armstrong on the near side circle. Weak backhand. Can't get it out. Peshtuka holds in left point. This one rims itself around. Awkward play right there. As Tommy Cardinal loses his stick off of a check. He's unhappy about it. There's a flyby of the referee to let him know. Nolan dodges a check there as Cardinal looked to have him lined up. Nolan had to give up the puck, and it's still in the zone for Carolina. Forward, left circle, looking to go across. Fires short side, a pad save made by Rutledge as he kept the pillow down. Peshtuka left point. He fires, blocked by Graham and sent behind the net. Butita trying to get around Graham. He emerges with it right wing circle. Up the wall to Dimmitt. Right point, just holds it in. Fires, and that one's saved by Rutledge, seeing it through traffic. Frazier on the back of Ford, who's boxing him out. Ford to the left point, held in on a roll by Peshtuka. Now here for Conway, he scores. What a snipe. Declan Conway kissed the near post and in. And the Thunderbirds have a 4-2 lead. 10:06 left to go here in the third. While they do have a 4-2 lead, a whistle blew and Tommy Cardinal is going to sit for 2. Unsportsmanlike conduct. The signal we were just given, I believe that was by Cole. Our referees in tonight's game, Cole and Redolinsky, and our linesmen are Fossa and Glassman. There has been some stuff let go. The referees have been letting them play. But right there, I guess Cardinal found the line and crossed it. So 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct will bring out the third Georgia power play of the night, but it comes in something of a somber note as the Thunderbirds have taken a 4-2 lead. Declan Conway, his first goal of the 21-22 campaign, has restored a 2-goal lead for Carolina. So Tommy Cardinal for 2. Georgia power play on with this center ice drop. And let's see what Columbus can do perhaps to answer. Frazier in his own blue line. A pass over to Petrantonio. He'll chip it into the zone. Right wing corner. Holt on it first for Doe. Doe put his stick right on Holt. And he took an awkward spill into the boards, and that's going to even it up. Doe was reaching in for the puck, and he caught all of the back of Holt's skates. He takes a scary tumble in the corner, but he's backed up quickly, which looks good. And 4-on-4 hockey for 1:46. We come back 30 seconds on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
Austin Doe, 2 minutes for tripping, has evened things up 4-on-4 for 1:46. For those of you non-math majors, that'll be a 14-second abridged Houston Clinic penalty kill, which would actually be the first of the night for Columbus, barring anything crazy where Carolina scores in that window. The River Dragons' best PK might get an easy 1-for-1. 86.8% in the league. Carolina, though, second best on the power play at 20.7%. A face-off to the left of Rutledge. Bersani ties up with Peavy. Columbus will win it. We're underway here in the long 4-on-4. Second long 4-on-4 stint of the period, and the Dragons need to do something with it. They are down 4-2. Get to the Declan Conway goal in just a minute. Hunter Bersani comes in over the line right point. He slows it up. A pass across. Glove down. Grade fires. Blockered away by Paulin. Petrantonio with it along the half wall. Dimmitt rubbing shoulders with him. Petrantonio couldn't reach around Schnapp as he took it away from him. Schnapp comes in over the line. Right wing. A pass there to Peavy. Petrantonio on his back. Dimmitt can't hold it in along the blue. That one just sneaked out. And probably for the best for Columbus as Carolina was finding an open left wing there. 9:19 to go in the third, and it's still 4-2 Carolina, 1:14 remaining in the 4-on-4. And after that time, Tommy Cardinal will be a free man. Neutral zone drop in front of the Columbus bench, won by the Thunderbirds, and Baker has it all the way back in his own end. One touch pass across, and going the wrong way into his own end is Conway to pick this one up. Off boards, Conway will take it again. Left wing, he's in over the line, head manning the rush. Bottom of the circles, Vanelli keeps it wide, pass to the middle, and that one hit the heel of Baker's stick. Did not get anything he wanted on it. Left circle is still there. A shot, save made by Rutledge, and he will cover up the rebound. Some lax defensive zone play right there on the 4-on-4 by Columbus. There's still 47 seconds before they have to worry about killing a very short penalty. By the way, for those of you keeping score with us at home, 9:54 mark here of the Houston Clinic third period. Carolina takes a 2-goal lead on Declan Conway's first of the year. We had assists for you, and then our Fed site score sheet started to update itself, and we lost it. I'll get that for you in a moment. 35 seconds remaining in the 4-on-4. Ozelinch dumps it in from the red line. Stick save made by Paulin, and the rebound is found by Clouston. Sends this one up the wall, too far out of the reach of Conway, and Anderson has it here. Anderson going across now for Ozelinch. And played back into the near side wall, still in his own end. Dalton Anderson. Anderson being checked there by Ford. A dozen seconds left in the 4-on-4. He dumps it down. This would be icing, but it doesn't have the legs. Dimmitt has it far side circle. Now play over to Ford. Left wing. He's trying to come into the zone. Frazier pinching him off into the corner boards. Ford takes a check. Pass to the middle. And Bersani takes this one away just as Cardinal is out of the box. 10 seconds left to go in the Doe minor. And Bersani's trying to hold on to this puck to allow Columbus the 5-on-5 possession here. Chip to Petrantonio. He lost it. Out of the box is Doe. So 1-for-1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. 7:45, though, left to go in the third. Behind the net, Clouston fakes the handoff, plays it up to the left wing side. Holt takes a check there from Petrantonio. Loose in the neutral zone off the stick of Frazier and dumped back in to the Carolina end. Clouston again behind his own net as the Thunderbirds go right to left. Now he'll just take it out himself. Rushing through the middle of ice. A pass up ahead to the Columbus line is knocked away by Nolan. And now River Dragons trying to come in over the line, but George Holt is Johnny on the spot right there for the Birds. Frazier and Nolan circle to circle across. 7:10 to go here in period 3. This one knocked away by a low stick, say the officials, by Ford, but it goes into the Carolina end, quickly knocked back out, and it's into the path of Ford. Left wing as he's in over the line. Checked there by Nolan. He lost his footing. Cardinal to the middle, knocked away, but he gets it back left wing corner. Cardinal now moves it up to the left point, fires a shot. Glove save made by Rutledge, and we'll get a whistle coming up to his right. We get immediate timeout. 6:52, or no, excuse me. We'd already taken that immediate timeout. We're now waiting for the under 5. So 6:52 left to go here in the third. We're really starting to get down to it, and the River Dragons right now trail by 2. Graham directing a little traffic as he gets ready for this draw against Peavy. It's one to the near side wall. Martin tried to send it back to his defense, but Grant Mentis won the battle. Grant Mentis, right circle, fires, and Dimmitt might have gotten a piece on that as it fluttered wide. Krupp along the half wall, gets it back. Graham trying to play it, and then not macked for him in the slot. Dimmitt and Krupp now tie up at the corner boards. Played up, left point, held in by Grade. Tim Perks checks him and forces that puck out to center. MJ Graham with this at the right point. Now Peshtuka at the half wall will backhand, send it down the length of the ice. Icing is on here against Carolina, and Vanelli has the hash marks all to himself to win that race. 6:20 now left to go here in the third. River Dragons with an offensive zone draw coming up to Paulin's left. Let's see what they draw up with this line of Graham, Krupp, and Grant Mentis. Graham and Peavy. Peavy will win that one to Peshtuka in the corner, and it gets sent around for Dimmitt. Dimmitt plays that one out to center ice. Martin hit his own man and escapes with it. MJ Graham with an open right wing. Fires. Save made by Paulin. Shrugged that one off on the shoulder. Held in at the left point by Ozelinch. Just does enough, but Peavy will take it away from him. Send it high into the air. Krupp gloves it down. And offsides and hand pass, a combination. And we will get a whistle. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the third. A neutral zone draw coming in front of the Carolina bench. Peavy, no, excuse me, it's Baker set to take this draw against Anderson. Draw won by Carolina, but Anderson has it just over the line. He fired a shot that was easily patted away by Paulin. Now along the half wall, left wing circle. Van Weinsberg trying to drive the net. Too many sticks to go through. Carolina dumps this one down. Icing is on if it gets over the goal line, and it does. And it is Ozelinch, a couple of feet in front of Jacob Schnapp on that race. 5:41 now to go here in the third. 22-19 right now in shots in favor of the Dragons. Hasn't felt that anemic in terms of the offensive output with a 4-2 game for Carolina, but shots not exactly peppering each goaltender right now. Anderson, left circle. His attempt blocked by Clouston. He'll dump it down. Icing would have been on, but it's on net for Rutledge, and he will just stick it here to the near side wall. Up in the neutral zone, Armstrong from the red line will tip it in for no icing. Canceling out Armstrong and Martin there. Van Weinsberg holds in right point. A shot deflected by Armstrong, too close in with Paulin. He put it right onto his pads, and Paulin can cover that one up for the whistle. 5:16 to go here in the third. 4-2. Carolina still in front. Here comes the Bersani Petrantonio Doe unit. They have been money for Columbus so often this season. Can they do something here on this shift? It certainly feel good with the media timeout looming. Bersani v. Ford. Tied up along the feet. Still tied up in the sticks. Doe trying to work it out. So too is Butita. Frazier, good pinch at the right point. Holds in. Fires. Petrantonio. Save made by Paulin. Rebound. There's a goal line scrum all around the Carolina net. And it's picked up by Butita and skated out of danger. Butita gets this over left wing side to Ford. He stops up at the point. Moves this down behind the net. Frazier races after it. Far side corner. Takes a check from Cardinal. He's with it on the half wall now to Bersani. Bersani, left wing side, one-on-one with Dimmitt. Stops up top of the left wing circle for some support. Dimmitt checks him, goes off a stick. Krupp had it behind the net, knocked off of him. Back to the left point, held in by Frazier. To the corner, Austin Doe. Doe at the hash marks. High slot found by Bersani to Nolan. Couldn't pull the trigger. Pass was too hot to handle. And then Nolan's pass, bad angle, goes out of the zone before Frazier could get to it. 4:25 left to go here in the third. Our next non-goal whistle will be a media timeout. Brad Nolan at the red line, knocked away there. Holt and him clanked boots. Carolina wanted a trip, none coming out of it. MJ Graham, left wing circle, fending off Perks. A backhand effort, knocked away from the slot. Krupp lets one go right circle, wide of the glove hand. Grade holds in, half wall. Holt checks Graham off the puck. 2-on-2 battle over the right shoulder of Paulin as we're under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Daniel Martin with this far side circle, races out of his own end with it, chipped by Perks onto the chest of Vanelli. He'll glove it down off himself, and now here's Graham with Grant Mentis on his left. Graham at the half wall, rims it around, and now it's picked up by Clouston. Hits the stanchion weird, will fall for Carolina. Good poke right there by Ozelich, knocks it away. Back into the Carolina end, no icing. Columbus gets a change behind this. 3.5 left to go here in the third. MJ Graham with it. Ian White pinching on the play. He'll take possession of the puck. Tied up with Conway. Grant Mentis to Vanelli. His shot blocked in front by Clouston, trying to sweep it with the hand, and he will eventually get it out to center. Vanelli, turned the wrong way, lost the puck. Peavy takes it over, left wing circle. They tie up at the hash marks. Peavy works it out. Shot from Talipov. And that one hit the odd part of his stick. It's still intact, though. He can still play with it. Vanelli, nice chip around one. Grant Mentis, though, can't get to that puck as Peavy got a twig to it first. Clouston in his own end. Works it up the left wing side. We're under 3 minutes to play in the third. Schnapp gets around one. He will glove it. Rutledge will, that is, as it falls to him. Schnapp too far on the loose puck deke. 2:47 to go in the third. Dragons down 2. Back with the conclusion of regulation here in the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
I love the way they yelled at me. That's the energy that I need. Cause let me tell you one thing about me. It only brings the best out in me.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 2:47 left to go in the third. Thunderbirds hold a 4-2 lead in this third period. Declan Conway's goal right now is unassisted. 9:54 mark, just a snipe shot from the top of the left wing circle. Kissed that near post and in, and it's given a much-needed insurance goal to Carolina. I'm Zach DeBozart. I'm here with you for the next 2:47 of regulation. Can Columbus get something out of this, or will Carolina start the weekend on the right foot with all 3 points? Face-off won by the Thunderbirds. Baker trying to send it towards net. It goes wide. Ozelich from behind takes a check from Schnapp. We'll keep our eyes on Rutledge as White skates this one up ahead. White at the red line, dumps this one in. Petrantonio racing after it, but Pistuka gets there first for Carolina. Ozelich pinches on the play. Doe covering from behind. Conway will backhand, set it the length of the ice. No icing. Rutledge will slow it up at the bottom of the circles. 2:22 remaining here in the third. White drops it back. Now a long pass ahead. Austin Doe with it at the red line. He'll dump it in right wing. Rutledge to the bench. Paulin. He's got it behind the net. He lays it off. Doe to the middle. Petrantonio couldn't kick it to his stick. Here's Van Weinsberg trying to come at it. And a glove fell out of the air. That was Baker's as he tried to paw at that one. Down the ice it goes. The Columbus Blue. Frazier. D-to-D over here for White. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Empty net for Columbus as they're down 2. Pistuka trying to get it out. Petrantonio holds in at the right wing circle. Frazier fires, deflect. Save made. Rebound loose near Paulin. A dog pile on top of him. And the whistle will go. And there's going to be a whole lot of pushing, pulling, and punching out of this. Linesmen are all in the way. Paulin has gotten himself out. It looks like nothing more will come out of it. No excessive pointing from any of our striped shirts. So it looks like we will remain 6-on-5 for Columbus. The faceoff will come to the left of Paulin. Neither coach seems interested in taking their time out, Jerome Bichard or Garrett Rutledge. Faceoff to the left of Paulin. Taking a little extra time to get himself refocused after that big scrum in his crease. Bersani and Ford on this draw. They tie up. Ford kicks it and wins it into the corner. Dimmitt sends it around. Petrantonio off the sidewall. He intercepted at left wing corner and it was played back out to him. Now to Van Weinsberg. His shot, he scores! Robert Van Weinsberg gets it through Paulin, and Columbus has some life. 4-3, a minute 36 to go in the third. Great centering feed by the captain, and Robert Van Weinsberg just let it go with no abandon. Looked like it hit the lower part of Paulin's glove and trickled in bottom right corner. 4-3, and we get the timeout. Let's take 30 seconds with them. 4-3. We'll see if Columbus can get this back even on the Columbus River Dragons broadcast network.
Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Social distancing slows the spread of coronavirus, so if you have a fever, dry cough, and shortness of breath, call your healthcare provider before going in. More info at coronavirus.gov. Let's all do our part, because we're all #AloneTogether. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Took that break a little bit premature, or a little bit after the fact, but we're back here, and Columbus has won the draw. Rutledge is already back at the bench. 1:28 left to go in the third. 6-on-5 in favor of the River Dragons. Carolina leads it 4-3. Bersani holds it in at the corner behind the net. Ford tries to send it out. Frejot chipped there by Butita. Frejot trying to box him out. Those two go at it. Butita a backhand wave towards the net, and Frejot got to it before it got to the crease. 1:10 left to go in the third. We'll get you the scoring summary on the goal in a minute. Frejot stands up a man as he dumps it in from the red line. Peshtuka gets this one up but not out. Left point held in by Frejot. Doe along the half wall. Behind the net, Van Weinsberg trying to wrap it around. Knocked away by Dimmitt. 55 seconds left to go in the third. Crowd is up on their feet. Bersani from behind the net. He gets tripped up by the back of the cage. Doe works it up the wall. Frejot, left point, gives it back for Doe. Left circle at the hash marks, playing it back. Frejot just holds in at the blue. His shot blocked away by Cardinal. Goes down ice. Frejot is gassed. Cardinal gets tripped up by the red line, though, and Frejot can take it. Now Butita turns it away. His shot goes wide. Oh, and Frejot is down on the ice right now. Oh, Frejot is holding his knee, and he is in a lot of pain. He was at the end of his shift. He was able to fend off Cardinal, but his pass was knocked away by Butita. I don't know if he went knee on knee with him, trying to prevent him from shooting it towards net. It missed, but Frejot is down. And he is struggling right now. 29.2 left to go in the third. The whistle is gone. Columbus had possession in their own zone, so likely this is going to be a defensive zone draw, and we'll see Rutledge return onto the ice. We'll see what happens on Frejot ahead of Saturday and Sunday's game. Right now, though, not looking good as he's got to be helped to his feet. And that is a tough sight to see if you're a Columbus fan. Frejot, a veteran presence, but one of the newer guys on the blue line coming into this year. And man, what a season he has been having, and you hope and it's nothing too serious, but not able to put any weight on his right foot right now as he's helped off by Petrantonio and Armstrong. And the River Dragons have to refocus now with Frejot off the ice. There's 29.2 seconds left to go in the third, and they still need a goal. Otherwise, Carolina's taking all 3 points tonight. Face-off will be to the left of Rutledge. It will be a 5-on-5 draw as Carolina discusses what they want to do. Baker and Peavy talking with each other. Anderson, Krupp, Doe. And now Krupp's going to come off and Petrantonio is going to come on. Well, maybe not. They were trying to get Krupp off for Petrantonio, and they said the line change came on too late. Tense moments right now. I have to imagine Petrantonio will probably be the sixth skater on once Rutledge can get to the bench, if they can get the puck out. Anderson wins it clean. Vanelli has it at the bottom of the circles. Rutledge gets ready to leave his crease. Long dump pass. He's going to stay in, though, as Peshtuka intercepts at the red line. He'll dump it back in. 20 seconds left to go here in the third. Peavy in the corner just trying to waste away some more valuable seconds. Up the wall. It gets out, but Baker's first on it for Carolina. He goes all the way back into his own end with 10 seconds left. Plays it off the glass. Found in the neutral zone by Vanelli. 6 seconds left. Columbus is going to have one shot maybe. Doe, a pass across. Here's Krupp. Left circle, backhand. Oh, he hit the post. Referee's arm goes up, but the whistle and the buzzer hit simultaneously, and it will not matter. Oh, you saw this crowd swell up. They thought Krupp had a buzzer beater on his stick. He did not. He hit just the outside of the post on the backhand. And they're separating the two teams here. I can't imagine they're going to put any more time on this clock. This game should be over. Carolina is going to skate away winners 4-3. And it is official as the Thunderbirds will head their way to the dressing room. And man, so close, but just not enough for the River Dragons as they fall tonight by a score of 4-3. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network. Four 4-3, Carolina comes away with the win. They start the weekend with the first 3 points. Let's take a break. When we come back, Chad Abruzzi postgame show starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chad Abruzzi. That's right, the Chad Abruzzi Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chad Abruzzi Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boiled and bagged seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for the Chad Abruzzi postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chad Abruzzi Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
Columbus falls 4-3 to the Carolina Thunderbirds here on Friday night as the Kendrick Cherokee High School Marching Band plays the crowd out as part of Education Night here, presented by Kinetic Credit Union. It was a lot of fun having them in here. Real great atmosphere. Whole bunch of fans in the building. but unfortunately the majority of them are going home a little less than pleased after Carolina holds on for the 4-3 victory. Declan Conway ends up getting the game-winning goal, his goal unassisted at the 9:54 mark. Robert Van Weinsberg, he put one in the back of the net with an empty net on. The assist came to Josh Petrantonio, who had a multi-point game, a goal and an assist for the captain in this one. After the timeout was taken with 1:36 left, nothing could be done. Chris Paulin shut the door just enough, including a final second chance for Jake Krupp on the backhand. He had beaten Paulin, but he had hit the outside of the post at its base in the bottom left corner. The referee's arm had gone up for a penalty. I don't know if it was a trip or a slash at the end of it, but it didn't matter because as he blew his whistle, the buzzer had sounded and the game was over. Carolina skates to the 4-3 victory. Van Weinsberg from Petrantonio at the 18:24 mark with the extra attacker on. For those of you playing along with us at home, 3 stars of the game is chosen in the building. Star number 3 goes to Robert Van Weinsberg, who picked up that goal late, gave Columbus some life. Also give a shout out again to Josh Petrantonio, goal and an assist for himself in this one. Austin Doe also had 2 helpers for the River Dragons in tonight's game. Declan Conway with the game-winning goal. Star number 2, Gus Ford, star number 1. He was in line for the game-winning goal for the longest time. Had that goal in the second period that seemed to stand up almost the length of the way until that Van Weinsberg goal. But then 4-3, the Thunderbirds pick up the win and the first 3 points on the series. Let's take a break. When we come back, we have a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care. Proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
Before you know it, the weather will get warmer and baseball will be right around the corner. So book your summer weekends early by purchasing a Flight Club membership with the Columbus Chattahoots. Flight Club members receive tickets to every home game at Golden Park as the Hoots try and go back to the Championship Series in 2022. Plus, more awesome perks for all of our members. Visit GoHoots.com to get started on securing your membership for the 2022 Sun Belt Baseball League season. Or call the offices at 706-507-4625.
Think fast. In less than 30 seconds, a small flame can become a big fire. Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and always stay in the kitchen when cooking at high temperatures. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov because fire is everyone's fight.
We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. We're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons fall to the Thunderbirds by a score of 4-3. Despite Columbus out shooting Carolina by a tally of 27-19. Quick math, though, tells us that is a 8-5 metric in the third period. I mean, wow, when you really look at it, I mean, the shot total's not exactly off the charts for either of these two teams. We had remarked it was a bit of a trap-heavy game and one where you could tell guys were maybe in a little bit of self-preservation mode, knowing it was a 3-3, but didn't think it was to that point. Jared Rutledge takes the loss, 15 saves on 19 shots. Not a great look for his stat line. Chris Paulin takes the win, 24 saves on 27 shots. I guess he'll be happy with that as Carolina takes the first 3 points on the weekend. Time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. We've got finals elsewhere in the league. Binghamton does the job against Delaware, 8-5. Such a high-scoring game and such a crazy situation what had ended up happening in Delaware. Over 10 players signed on an emergency basis in Delaware. Not sure if that was travel issues, not sure if that could have been illness, injury, whatever it might have been. We never received an official word from Delaware, at least that we saw in advance of our prep for the pregame show. So all of that craziness aside, you got to give it to Delaware for putting up 5 goals on a Binghamton team that is very good, but the Black Bears offense, man, they came to play with 8 tonight. They will be disheartened to see that Carolina took 3 points from Columbus, so they still remain 1 point out of that very important 4th and final playoff spot. As we get closer to the halfway point of the year, you'll expect to see the playoff format announced, and of course we'll be keeping our eye on the race all throughout the FPHL standings. Elsewhere, so we're getting conflicting reports here on this final. One metric tells us 4-3 Watertown. The other tells us 5-4 Danbury. The Fed site has been giving us trouble all night long. It is, in fact, the latter. Danbury wins 5-4 tonight as they knock off the Watertown Wolves, break that 13-game winning streak. Johnny Ruiz broke the 3-3 tie with a goal 9:16 in. Then Dmitry Kuznetsov with an insurance goal that they ended up needing as Alexander Jemayev had his second of the game with an extra attacker on with 44 seconds left. But Watertown could not get one more to get the game to overtime. And Danbury, a big 3 points for them this weekend. And that's not good news if you're Columbus, as I don't think there is a change at the top, but it now draws it very close. Once the games are officially finalized in the standings, we'll see that, as the math is going to be a little bit hard to do right here on the fly. That's Around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zip-In. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Over in the SPHL, Knoxville's up on Fayetteville by a score of 4-3. They're getting down to the nitty-gritty. 2.5 left to go in the third. Under 4 minutes to play in the third, Vermilion County and Evansville are tied at 2. 9 minutes left in the third. Huntsville leads Roanoke by a score of 3-2. Peoria leads at home 2-1 with 17 minutes to go in period 3, and they're just about to start the third in Birmingham. Macon 1, Bulls 1, with Pensacola being the 11th team off tonight. That means the Pensacola Ice Flyers will host the Macon Mayhem tomorrow. That's when they'll be back in action on Saturday. That is your Southern Hockey scoreboard. Before we take it to break, let's tell you about this. Say goodbye to auto repair bills. We all know your auto manufacturer's warranty only goes so far. So what happens when your warranty expires? When your engine or transmission fails? Who pays for that? You do, unless you have Olive Mechanical Breakdown coverage. Covering 10 model years and newer, up to 140,000 in mileage. BBB A+ rated. Buy how you want to buy. Quote and purchase 100% online or talk to a coverage advocate. It's your choice. Here to save you money, Olive.com, the online leader in auto mechanical breakdown coverage. Let's take a break. When we come back, we close out tonight's Chattahoochee postgame show with a look ahead to tomorrow night's game, the second of a 3-3 between Columbus and Carolina, here on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want, and your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeaddsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
Prepare yourself for an unparalleled golfing experience. Co-designed by Columbus resident and 1987 Masters winner Larry Mize, Maple Ridge Golf Course is a pleasure for golfers of any skill level to play. Test your accuracy with our fairways, water hazards, and sand traps. We have everything you need to challenge yourself and improve your game. Memberships available year-round by calling 706-569-0966 or book a tee time by visiting golfmapleridge.com.
Looking to bring the whole crew out to a game? Group nights are for you. Groups of 10 or more get special ticket pricing and exclusive merchandise and experience add-ons that will make your game at the Civic Center a night to remember. For more information on group rates and packages, visit ourdragons.com/tickets or call our ticketing manager at 706-940-0476. Ask about all the great perks we can provide your group. Work friends, family functions, there's no group too big for us to handle, but it starts by visiting ourdragons.com/tickets.
The right direction.
Back here one final time on the Chattahoochee post-game show as the River Dragons fall to the Thunderbirds by a score of 4-3. I'm Zach DeBozart. Tough one here to swallow if you're a Columbus fan. Carolina just jumped out a little hotter than Columbus to start the first and kept them at bay. At one point, Columbus had tied it up 2-2 midway through the second, but Gus Ford's goal late in the second made it 3-2, heading into the locker room, and then Declan Conway's snipe from the top of the left wing circle ultimately ends up being the winner as Robert Van Weinsberg put one in with an empty net on. Josh Petrantonio, an assist to him. He had a 2-point night despite the loss, a goal and an assist. As we take a look at the FPHL standings, we're trying to do the math during the break, and Columbus will still be ahead of Danbury. 45 points out of 75 puts them at 600. Danbury's 3 points when they get registered in because there was a weird issue with the site. The Fed site's been having some issues today. I don't know what's going on the back end with it, but Danbury will raise up those 3 points to 583, so they will be within striking distance of Columbus for the rest of the weekend, barring how the rest of results go. Tomorrow night's games is Danbury at Binghamton, 7 o'clock, Carolina at Columbus, 7:30, Delaware at Port Huron at 8 o'clock for the Silver Sticks weekend that goes up at McMorran, and then Sunday, finishing out the weekend, Carolina and Columbus, 4:30, and Delaware at Port Huron, 8 o'clock. As we look ahead to that Saturday night game, it's a 4-for-48 deal presented by the Chattahoochee Valley Area McDonald's and the Peasold Family Management. Give us a call, 706-507-4625 to secure your tickets on a 4-for-48 deal. That includes 4 upper-level tickets, 4 souvenir hats, and 4 coupons good for a combo meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner at any of our local Chattahoochee Valley area McDonald's. Ticket supplies are limited, and the next time you'll be able to utilize this deal will be February 12th against the Delaware Thunder if you don't come out tomorrow. ourdragons.com/MCD deal for more details, MCD-deal. That puck drop is at 7:30. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show will be at 7 o'clock here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Happy you were spending your Friday night here with us. Obviously didn't go Columbus's way. We'll play him again tomorrow, and it should be just as exciting of a game. Big thanks to Dalton Anderson, who was our Inside the Lair pregame show guest. Mike V, who was along for the ride a little bit on color commentary. Elise Bradford and Allison Holiday running social media behind the scenes, and our production crew here high atop the Columbus Civic Center, Jamil Hawkins, Brandon Lane, Connor Zays, Stephen Pierce, and Chris Kaufman. Taylor Blackwell was down at ice level, Jaden Kruger directing behind the scenes at Game Ops, and Dana Barker, our public address announcer here at the Civic Center. I'm Zach DeBozart. One more time, your final score tonight: Carolina 4, Columbus 3. We'll see you tomorrow as Columbus tries to even up the weekend series. 7 o'clock pregame show tomorrow on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and PMB Broadcasting. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and PMB Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and PMB Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons